We want to tell you about 105.7 The Point Student Night, November 18th. That's upcoming. That'll be against Buffalo. Show a student ID after 10 a.m. at the Chavez Center for ticket discounts coming up November 18th. Take a look at our leaderboard. It's brought to you by the President Casino by the Arch. And these are the scoring leaders in the National Hockey League. Goals this season, Scott Young with 13. Theo Fleury off to a quick start for the Rangers. Bill Guerin with 11. Yager 10. Blues fans everywhere. Tonight they're in Denver, Colorado as the Blues take on the Avalanche. Our next Blues face-off telecast will be on Tuesday night in Edmonton. Don't go anywhere. Blues Avalanche coming up next.
I'll take this one.
250 appliances in stock, all at a guaranteed low price. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away.
You got it. Tomorrow.
See an appliance today, have it delivered tomorrow. Why buy anywhere else? Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Hey, you've been there, haven't you? You wonder, did I make that last deposit? Can I write a check today? Do I feel lucky? Look, you shouldn't have to guess. This is the information age. So check your account on the internet, free from Commerce Bank. See what's cleared, what hasn't, 24 hours a day. Call them or visit their website. And then you can depend on internet banking instead of your luck. Hey, it's your money.
Cheap, cheap, bum, bum.
Hi, I'm Fred from Dirt Cheap Beer and Liquor.
It's always a lot of fun at Dirt Cheap.
Yes, it's a lot of fun at Dirt Cheap, and we want you to have fun shopping for our moderate-priced wines of the world.
Cheap, cheap.
Yes, they're cheap, but our wines are also romantic, exciting, and perfect for every occasion. The more she drinks our wine, the better you'll look. We are the last refuge of the persecuted smokers, and we really are grateful for your business.
Cheap, cheap, bum, bum.
Some trucks haul dirt. Some trucks haul bricks. Some trucks haul gluteus maximus. The new 210 horsepower supercharged Nissan Frontier.
Good game. Come on, me too.
You guys want to see the Rams?
Dude, definitely. We're like total Rams fans. We drove here non-stop from Encino, man.
No way.
Way.
Come on, let's go.
Don't be fooled by imitation. Make sure you've got the original. Emo, the square beyond compare.
This month, get an original St. Louis-style extra-large one-topping pizza for just $9.95 at Emo.
In 1923, homes in this neighborhood sold for around $10,000. Today, they sell for $300,000 plus. Nice neighborhood. Brick. The natural choice.
Want heart-pounding highlights? You got it. It's death-defying, car-crashing, fist-flying action. Video that'll blow you away. Think you've seen it all? You've got to see this. Sunday at 6 on Fox Sports Net. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Pepsi Center is the scene tonight. The Blues have lost both games they've played here. For Joel Quenneville, the Mile High City has not been kind. The Blues are winless in their last 7 games here. Tonight, it's a battle of maybe the 2 best teams in the NHL. Back in Denver, where the Avalanche is 6-1 this season, led by Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg, one of the NHL's most prolific players. City and beautiful Pepsi Center. And what a night of hockey we should have with a big crowd turning out as the St. Louis Blues and Colorado Avalanche get together for the first time this season.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Denver. I'm Ken Wilson with Bernie Federko. Dan McLaughlin is also with us, and it should be a great night of hockey. A lot of people will tell you, Bernie, that these are the two best teams in the National Hockey League.
Without question, Kenny. Even Vegas picked these two to be the best teams in the National Hockey League. So the Stanley Cup is still in reach, but it's a long way away. So maybe this is the first test for both teams.
And when you look at the top teams currently in the NHL, you see the Avalanche and Blues right there with Phoenix.
Well, the Blues you can see with games in hand, and that's important. So it's always important to win the big games on the road. The Blues can climb up. They want to win the President's Trophy again this year, Kenny. So this is a good way to start the ball rolling.
Playing here at this high altitude, well, you always wonder about it, and it hasn't been good for the Blues recently.
No, it has not. They have not played well here in this building at all. They are just awful. In fact, you look at that, they've not won here in the last 7 games. They've only scored 4 goals, and they've allowed 21, and they've been shut out 4 of the last 5 times. So I think that tells the entire story. This team, the Avalanche, have got great speed. The Blues are going to have to counteract that speed. They're going to have to play very well if they're going to win in here, and they can't make any mistakes.
And a few minutes ago, we asked Blues coach Joel Quenneville if he thinks his team is jinxed here.
We got a top team, and it's not easy winning in there, and there are certain buildings we have success, and there are certain buildings we've had some tough games. I look back to the 2 games, particularly last year. I thought we played maybe 2 of our poorest games all year long, and obviously, you know, we came back and played them later on in the year at home, and we played a couple of our best games. And I think that, you know, I think if we go in there and play as good as we can play, we got a good chance to win.
The Blues certainly haven't played any favorites here. They've lost a lot in the old building. They've lost the 2 games here in the new building. Consistently, though, you've got to give the Avalanche credit. They've always had good clubs, and they have maybe one of the best players in the entire league in Peter Forsberg.
No question, Kenny. You look at Jaromir Jagr, but you have to look at Peter Forsberg, a guy that can do it all. Very good defensively, very strong, very physical, a great passer, and he's starting to score more and more goals. How this guy goes is how the Avalanche play. He's clearly the leader on offense. He's clearly the leader when it comes to finishing checks and starting the ball rolling. So the Blues are going to have to be very careful with Peter Forsberg tonight.
Both teams like to play it patient. Both teams great defensively with terrific goaltending. And, of course, Colorado has Patrick Roy. Let's find out more and go to Dan McLaughlin.
Well, when you take a look at the great start of the Colorado Avalanche, look no further than their goaltender. Patrick Roy, as you mentioned, Kenny, off to a great start. 8-2-2. Roy was acquired back in 1995 from Montreal and really a steal for the Avalanche. He recorded career win number 448 and became the NHL's all-time winningest goaltender and a 4-3 overtime win against Washington, stopping 27 shots in that game. If you want to go back to last season, he's unbeaten in 15 of his last 17 regular season starts. Patrick Roy, really no case here. Outside of Patrick Roy, nobody better in the NHL, at least in terms of this season and in the history of this illustrious league. Let's go back upstairs to Ken and Bernie, guys.
Thanks very much, Dan. Fox Sports Net, the NHL, the Blues, the Avalanche. This should be a wonderful evening of NHL hockey. Blues Hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. By your Missouri, Illinois Dodge dealers. By Pepsi, the joy of cola. And by Lowe's. Call Lowe's for all your home improvement needs. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Welcome to the Crown Hotel. Allow us to show you to your room. Take care of every need. Suggest some amazing sights. And of course, you'll need some help with your bags. The Crown Hotel at the Casino Queen, directly across from the Gateway Arch. Call now for reservations. And ask about the Blues Special, featuring 2 Blues hockey tickets with a night stay.
Oh, it looks so beautiful. Well, honey, what's the matter? Mommy,
You're just excited about tomorrow, Dan. Back into bed, Tiger.
Come to Lowe's for a great selection of trees and trimmings at prices so low, you won't know when to stop decorating. Lowe's. Great gifts, great prices.
Hey, You've been there, haven't you? You wonder, did I make that last deposit? Can I write a check today? Do I feel lucky? Look, you shouldn't have to guess. This is the information age. So check your account on the internet, free from Commerce Bank. See what's cleared, what hasn't, 24 hours a day. Call them or visit their website. And then you can depend on internet banking instead of your luck. Hey, it's your money.
Want the lowdown on Dodge Durango? Here's where it's best-in-class Magnum V8 power.
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately, you can get low 0.9 financing for 60 months on 2000 Dodge Durangos. You can now save more than $5,600 or get up to $2,000 cash allowance. We now return you to your regularly scheduled commercial.
See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
The big news at Hardee's is our new tender steak sandwiches. Delicious Philly tender steak or deluxe tender steak. We slice the steak thin so it's super tender and juicy. Try a little tenderness with new tender steak sandwiches, Philly or deluxe, only at Hardee's. It's Hardee's $1.99 combo special. Choose from 3 of your favorite Hardee's sandwiches for the insanely low price of just $1.99. Hardee's Spicy Chicken, Big Cheeseburger, or Buffalo Chicken. Hurry in for Hardee's $1.99 combo special. Try all 3.
Well, it's a key game early on at the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. It's the Blues and the Avalanche, 2 of the game's best tonight in the Western Conference. Welcome back to St. Louis Blues hockey. Let's take a look at our lineups. They're brought to you by the Casino Queen. Really only one change for Joel Quenneville, and that's up front. Out is Marty Reasoner, in is Lubos Bartechko. A little change on that second line. Slovakian line has been changed up just a bit. Bartechko, Hesht, and then Hanzus. The defense stays the same. For more on tonight's game, as we're just about set to go here at the Pepsi Center, let's go back upstairs to Ken and Bernie. Guys?
Thanks very much, Dan. There's Joel Quenneville, who used to be an assistant here. And I think he's ready.
He is, and the starting goaltenders are ready, brought to you by Dodge. Blues are going with Roman Turek. Very impressive numbers. The goals against average 1.86, the save percentage at 91%. It's Patrick Waugh, the great Patrick Waugh at the other end. A record of 8-2-2, goals against average of 1.80, and he's played great.
And we're underway, and the Avalanche with a puck. Here's Ray Bourque talking about great. Flips the puck in off the glass. And the Blues back to play the puck. Havanoff leaves it for Pronger. Drake on the left wing. Turgeon at center. Young on the right wing. And the puck stolen by Tanguay. Played back to the defense. That's Bourque and Foot on defense. Here is Joe Sakic, Podine, and Tanguay with him. Good save by Turek. Puck kept in by Bourque, flipping it behind the net. Alexei Havanoff, the 28-year-old from Russia, has trouble with the youngster Alex Tanguay. Sakic gets the puck, can't make a move. Pronger bangs the puck ahead to Turgeon. The outlet pass to Young, who once played for this organization. Foot knocks the puck down. Both teams are changing. And here's Bourque, who is a mere 39 years of age. Leaving the puck at the defense as the teams complete the line change. Back to Bourque. When in doubt, give it to Bourque. Just as the Blues do with McInnes. Forsberg goes right wing, and the puck knocked away. Eastwood over to Hanzus with Conroy. Blues can't get the puck in. And the Avalanche will circle back. Yell leaves the puck for Forsberg. Forsberg with Yell and Hayduk, the great youngster. This is Yell getting the puck in, spun around by McInnes. Jeff Finley back, plays the puck up the boards. Avalanche intercept in front, and the tip by Hayduk goes wide. That's DeVries keeping it in. Forsberg centers, and the puck will fly out to center ice, and DeVries slides it to his defense partner. That's John Clem. Both teams changing again. A minute and a half gone. Non-stop action at the Pepsi Center in Denver. And the veteran Greg DeVries shoots the puck in. Bartechko hit hard. Knocked off the puck by David Highnote. Here's Dave Reed centering. Good chance. What a save! And the Blues have the puck and bat it away. What an opportunity there. Highnote right in top of things with Messier and Reed. Boy, what a save there by Turek. And Dimitra gets the puck out, playing it onto the wing. Trying to cut in Hesh. He's stopped. Bartechko behind the net. Battling there. Loses the puck. And taking over, Aaron Miller. He's on defense with the youngster, Dan Skula. And the Avalanche stopped at center ice. The team's changing again. They might play 60 minutes without a whistle. We played 2:15. No score, no whistle. Skula gets the puck ahead.
and it is tipped into the Blues zone. Parker gets that done. The Blues come back quickly. Here's Mayers, quick shot. Wow, a save, and a big save on the rebound. Then a hooking call here against Nash. Tyson Nash draws the first penalty, and that brings us the first whistle of this game. 2 minutes and 32 seconds in. And Bernie Federko, we turn to the keys to tonight's game, brought to you by your St. Louis metro area Ford dealers.
The first goal is very important. The Blues have not scored in this building. They need to get the first goal and then play solid defense. We got some key matchups. Forsberg versus Turgeon, both dynamic players. The Blues need to get Turgeon to take the lead tonight before Forsberg. And already a penalty night. This is very important. The Avs with a great power play. The Blues the best penalty killing in the league. So they're going to have a chance right now to try to kill off that first penalty as Tyson Nash is going to take a hooking penalty. The good shot and a good save by Waugh, but as the puck went around the net, it's Forsberg coming back to pick it up, and as he takes it away, he gets hooked right there by Tyson Nash, and that's why Tyson Nash is sitting in the penalty box.
Terry Gregson, Mike Lego are the referees. Mike Civic, Andy McElman are the linesmen for this game. So Colorado goes to work on the power play. They have the 7th best power play in the league. Look out, Forsberg fires wide. The Blues penalty killing, the best in the league at 92%. And here's a shot from the point that fails to get through. Foot letting it go. Foot gets another try, and the deflection is wide. Bork's at one point, Foot at the other. Here's Sakic, along with Forsberg and Hayduk. Boy, they've got some power on this power play. Milan Hayduk gets the puck right back from Adam Foot. Leaves the puck on the boards for Forsberg, who cycles it to Sakic. The Blues trying to stay disciplined here, killing the penalty. Forsberg with a puck, half an off corner, who clears it, along with the two forwards, Eastwood and Hanzus, and the Blues send out 4 fresh penalty killers. Those are the numbers we just told you about. The Colorado power play and the Blues penalty killing. Now Colorado to center ice. John Clem shoots the puck in. The Blues are shorthanded another 55 seconds. Finley gets the puck, can't clear. Kept in neatly at the point. Now an opportunity here for Skula. And the Blues intercept, and the puck shot the length of the ice by McInnes.
Good hockey teams, you can see it already. I mean, Avalanche very explosive. They're playing without Drury and Deadmarsh, who's a lot of extra speed that they're missing in the lane. This is a good time for the Blues to take advantage of that.
Skula firing the puck in. The battle on the boards. Half a minute left, and Tyson Nash's penalty. There's no score in the first period. Sean Podine playing the puck around for Skula at the far point. He and Clem are at the points. Right out in front is Tangay. Finley goes to the corner, the puck to the point. Here's the shot, and that deflects wide. After the puck is John Clem. 10 seconds to go in the Colorado power play. Yell has a pass to Podine, get away. Blues, Hanzus plays the puck in front of the net out of McInnes' reach, and covering up is Turek. And the penalty at that point to Tyson Nash is over. And boy, it's great to watch a hockey game with two terrific teams and so many talented players.
Great comparisons. The Blues and the Avalanche, very similar hockey clubs. They both have lots of speed. Great goaltending. Turek against Waugh. We said the matchup between Turgeon and Forsberg. You have the Sakics out there on defense. Of course, Raymond Bork and Adam Foote, excellent defensemen. And we have Al McInnes and Chris Pronger, of course, with the Blues. So a lot of similarities. Two good hockey teams. And if the first 5 minutes was any indication of how good the hockey game is going to be, you folks are in for a good treat the whole night.
And we should say that though the Blues have not had success here in Denver for a long time, they have played in some great games and played some wonderful games. But they've run into Patrick Waugh or very low-scoring games. We had a 0-0 game here. So there have been some great games among the losses for the Blues. It's not exactly like they've been terrible playing here.
Exactly.
This is Messier with Sakic. Colorado playing with one less forward than usual. And, of course, Messier really is a defenseman. This is Foote at the blue line. He and Bork on defense. Hino tips the puck in the corner. Messier worked over by Pronger. So you're going to see a lot of changes in the lines for Colorado because they, in essence, have more than the normal defenseman. Here's Scott Young. Young, a shot and a save by Waugh. Foote controlling on the rebound. We're in the first period, no score, and the puck played to Hill. Now ahead for Young, on with Drake and Turgeon. The pass for Drake skips over his stick as Miller chases him, and Bork takes over. The ex-Bruin getting the puck ahead to Forsberg. Both teams are changing.
Talk about going through 3 blues. That's what Forsberg does. And look at this. Boy, does this fella, the 27-year-old, have talent. Over to Miller behind the net for the veteran Dave Reed. He's tied up by Finley. Here's an opportunity for Hayduk. Back to Miller, and the shot deflects wide. Reed battling with Turek. The puck played over to Milan Hayduk. Oh, he's about as talented as a young player can be in this league. Drake intercepts. And the Blues clear the puck out. Usually about this time of the game, we're talking about how the Blues have dominated the early going. Not in this case, playing Colorado. Avalanche trying to flip the puck in, and they do. It ends up behind the net. Look out, big collision there. That's Chris Dingman. Dingman and Yell out there up front, along with Scott Parker. Dingman 11 and Parker 27 are giants size-wise. Cracked from the point, a shot stop. Here is Dingman, 6'4", 225. Spins away from Pronger. Pronger and Dingman in the corner. Pronger gets the puck, tries to clear, can't. The Blues battle for it, and then a pass off Dimitra's stick by Pronger. And the puck left out at center ice. Now the Blues lose the puck again. Parker gives it to Dingman, and it ends up on the stick of Hesh. He'll just shoot the puck in. Both clubs are changing. There's no score first period here in Denver, and the period's 7 minutes old. There have been hardly any whistles. Clem gets hit, gets the puck too far for Tanguay, and Lowe gets the puck from McInnes. Ahead and tipped in by Mayers. Tipped and dumped in front of the net is Tyson Nash. He's on with Lowe and Mayers, and the Avalanche clearing the puck the length of the ice. Back to touch it, McInnes. A whistle and an icing call against Colorado. First period of play, no score.
32-75.
I didn't bring my purse.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light. It did look good on her.
Now more than ever, people are thinking about tire safety. At Auto Tire, we know your safety is riding on us. That's why we sell Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal, the most trusted brands, all at Auto Tire's bottom line price. And because safety also rides on quality service, we specialize in lifetime brakes, computerized alignments, and more. Your safety has always been important at Auto Tire, and it always will be. At Auto Tire, we'll win you with great prices. We'll keep you with great service.
I'm Rob Nikolewski. Coming up tonight on the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, KU opens a regular season tonight playing in Madison Square Garden against UCLA. We'll show you how Coach Roy's team did. And it's the biggest game of the year for K-State. The Wildcats taking on mighty Nebraska on Saturday. We'll hear from the Cats. All that plus the Rams, the Chiefs, and highlights of tonight's Blues game. So for 30 minutes of sports, 100% dedicated to Midwest home teams. Tune in to the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report tonight.
We talk about how great Peter Forsberg is. Take a look at this. This is what you call talent as he goes through the neutral zone. This is not easy, folks, but he is so shifty, great with the puck. Look at this move through 3 Blues, and then he takes the puck in and then spins inside the line, and this guy just can flat out play.
He is incredible. No score first period. We've seen only 4 faceoffs now. We're on a pace for less than 10 faceoffs in the period. And that would be less than 30 in the game, which would be hardly any. That's how well things have gone early in terms of quality of play. Bodine plays the puck back. Pratt gets hit. DeVries up the boards. Tied up there on the boards, having some problems. Parker. Now the puck kept in by Mayers. Colorado intercepts Sakic. And he can make Forsberg-like moves with Bodine. Bodine in the slot. Mayers gets the puck, can't clear. Kept in neatly, and then Nash taken down in the slot. Nash there battling with Sean Bodine, and then words out in front between Parker and Lowe. And it should only be moments before Reed Lowe tangles with either Scott Parker or Chris Dingman. Here's our Bud Light What's on Tap after the Blues play a couple more on the road in Vancouver and Edmonton. They'll be home a week from tonight against Pittsburgh. Good seats available for that game. Saturday the 18th, Buffalo. Then Tuesday the 21st, Vancouver. And then on Thanksgiving weekend, a big game with Phoenix on a Saturday night. Pairs available for those 3 games there at the bottom of the list. Podine goes off for elbowing here, Bernie, at 7:58.
Dyson Nash could have drawn a penalty earlier in the period, but here, right in the center of your screen, he goes in to hit Sean Podine. Podine put his hands up to protect himself and got the elbow into the face of Dyson Nash. That's why Podine goes off for elbowing, and the Blues go on their first power play of the night.
The Blues power play at 14%. That's 20th in the league, but they're not that good on the road. And 9th in the league, the Avalanche penalty killing at about 87%. The Blues on the road, Bernie, on the power play, only 4 for 40.
They've struggled with the power play, and that's very important here. If they can score that first goal and get it on the power play, it all of a sudden changes the whole look of this hockey game.
The shots on goal early favoring the Avalanche, 4-3. There's no score. McInnes and Pronger on the points. Young up front with Dimitra and Turgeon. Back to the right point. Here's Al McInnes. The shot, and that's kicked away. Yell falls down, loses the puck. Adam Foote takes it. Up the wing for Yell, and he'll backhand it down the ice. Yell and Reed killing the penalty for Colorado. They're quickly replaced. Foote and Bork remain on defense.
The Blues need to get some good shots on Patrick Waugh. The only loss at home this season has come against Phoenix, and Patrick Waugh did not play well. 16 shots is all he had.
Here's Pronger, and the save by Patrick Waugh.
Great shot there. Good movement by the Blues. Power play. Chris Pronger with the big shot. And this is what the Blues need to do, is get a lot of traffic in front of Waugh. You see all the players parked in front of the net waiting for rebounds. One thing that Patrick Waugh a lot of times will do, he wants to handle the puck so much that he'll play these rebounds and they'll come away from him. But the Blues all Johnny on the spot. As we take another look, watch how he deadens his puck as it hits his pads, and then he leaves it right underneath his pads. Real good goaltending there.
In the first 8 minutes and 45 seconds of this game, there have been only 5 faceoffs. Colorado has won them all. Now the Blues win their first. Pronger looking to pass, and the puck batted away and cleared down the ice by Forsberg. He and Sakic are out there killing the penalty, along with Miller and Skula. Now Sakic and Forsberg are replaced as the Blues move in. Hesht and Hanzus, and Hesht ends up with a puck, whips it behind the net, and Patrick Waugh is there. Up the boards and down the ice the rest of the way. The puck sent by Milan Hajduk.
We talked about that Phoenix victory right here in this building. 4 goals on 16 shots on Patrick Waugh, so the Blues need to try to get to him real early.
That was the only loss for the Avalanche here at home. They're 6-1 here at Pepsi Center. Sakic creates a breakaway. Moving in, the shot, he scores! Adam Foote! A breakaway goal. A shorthanded goal for Colorado, and the Avalanche take the lead 1-0.
With his first goal of the season, he has 9 assists, but he adds a shorthanded goal to his resume. Great heads-up play, though, by Joe Sakic to start this, as Adam Foote loves to join the play all the time. Not a big goal scorer, but you see the Blues, the puck is stolen on the ice. Good play by Joe Sakic to spin. He spots Adam Foote going up the middle, and Adam Foote, what a shot here, right underneath the bar off the right post. He knew that guys were chasing him, but he was able to get enough wood on that right off the post into the corner, so a big short-handed goal for the Avalanche.
He didn't look much like a defenseman on that shot. Wow. Now the Blues still on the power play. Here's Sean Hill. He'll whip the puck in. Waugh able to stop it behind the net in the corner. The Blues play the puck to Turgeon, now trying to get it to Dimitra, and it's poked away. And the puck cleared out by Sakic. Here's Podine going after it. He'll take a shot just wide of the far post. Now Colorado changing. Hill gets hit by Podine. On the puck, Hajduk with Forsberg and Podine up front. Now Colorado dangerous, and Finley intercepts. Up the boards it comes. Eastwood trying to clear, and the puck finally sent into the Colorado zone. Foote gets his first of the season from Sakic and Reed at 9:32. Now Conroy is out there along with Eastwood. Now the puck comes in front. Tangay takes it. Drake also out there with Eastwood and Conroy. Hajduk centers. Forsberg there goes behind the net. where you can really see how quick Colorado is. Most teams the Blues play are certainly not this quick. Puck center, tipped away, but out to the blue line. Aaron Miller feeds it off. Both teams at full strength. Back to Miller. Shot tipped away, and here's Havanoff. He and Pronger are on defense. Here's Pronger. He'll just clear the puck out. And both clubs are changing. Greg DeVries goes back, but gives way to Waugh. Up for Tangay. He's just a 20-year-old. Alex Tangay fires the puck in, wide of the net. McInnes goes after it. He gets bumped. You can see the good forecheck. Now there'll be a penalty called here. Al McInnes ends up in the puck. Oh. And Adam Foote has scored, and Colorado leads 1-0.
The new, more powerful BMW 3 Series.
Test drive the ultimate driving machine at your local BMW center.
The champs are for real. These upstarts don't care. St. Louis's lethal attack is putting up numbers at a staggering pace.
They're just too good and too fast.
The G-Men have a spark of their own in the form of thunder and lightning. Bruce and the Rams, Tiki and the Giants. Somebody's going down. It's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader this week at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. One of the nation's biggest rivalries is on Fox Sports Net. Kansas State has spent the last decade blazing a path of destruction.
Look out! Goodbye!
The Nebraska juggernaut faces a must-win in hostile territory.
Touchdown, Nebraska!
Wildcats, Cornhuskers, national title hopes are on the line.
My goodness!
Nebraska, Kansas State, plus regional action Saturday on Fox Sports Net.
You take a look at this number right here, Joe Sakic and Peter Stastny. Sakic just tied the great Peter Stastny, Hall of Famer, the most career assists with the Quebec Nordique organization. He did with this great pass to Foote up the middle. Foote did the rest as Foote walked in and beat Roman Turek on the far side. So Joe Sakic in great company with Peter Stastny. Joe Sakic doesn't get enough credit. One of the great players in the National Hockey League, and he can flat out play, and he's played much better. The guy's telling me today that he's not played that well to start the year, but the last couple of games he played very well, and if that was any indication, a great pass to Foote.
Heinut goes off with a boarding penalty at 11:21. The Blues, of course, are 0 for 1 in the power play, giving up the shorthanded goal to Adam Foote. The Blues did have 2 shots on their power play. Joe Sakic, by the way, now with 1,075 points in his career. And he's not played, believe me, 1,000 games. Here's McInnes, and the shot tipped wide off Podine. He's on with Yell. Up front, killing the penalty, and it's center ice Pronger with a puck. Over here to McInnes, he'll blast it in. Up front, the Blues have Dimitra, Young, and Turgeon. Yell gets the puck, loses it. Dimitra hands it off to Turgeon. Back to the point. Here's McInnes over to Pronger. Back to Al McInnes. Now to Pronger. Blues looking to tie it, and the shot pass wide. Turgeon unable to make the connection in front. It's McInnes again with a puck. To Pronger. He's got Young over in the left wing circle. Back to McInnes. Now to Pronger. Here's the shot deflected. The save. Rebound. And it ends up behind the net. Here's Adam Foote with a puck. Foote works to center ice. Now his pass taken by Forsberg will circle back. 48 seconds to go in the Dan High-Note penalty. Sakic's shot goes wide. Both teams are changing. Loose puck for Dimitra is trying to get to the bench, so he'll just blast it in. With 7:15 remaining in the opening period here in Denver, the Blues are trailing 1-0. Puck goes off the glass out of the reach of Dave Reed. Here's Havanoff for St. Louis. He and Hill are out there. Wait in a Blues power play. Up front, the Blues have Drake with Handzus and Hesch. Here's Havanoff bringing the puck behind the net, tipped to the corner by Waugh. Handzus kicks at it. Skula there. Skula is number 41. Now Handzus loses the puck, and Colorado up ice. Reed playing the puck to Sakic. He'll shoot wide off the stick of Hill. Colorado changing, and the penalty to High-Note is over. It remains 1-0. High-Note steals the puck. Gets it to Yell. He'll let her go wide. Rebound knocked away by Hill. Bouncing puck for Dallas Drake. He gives the puck to Hanzus. He'll shovel it in, and it could be icing. DeVries back, touches the puck for the Avalanche, and it is an icing call against the Blues. Well, let's tell you about the regional sports report coming up at 11 tonight. A preview of the Rams-Giants game, the Chiefs and 49ers, and a big college matchup, Kansas and UCLA. All the regional sports news for the Midwest coming up tonight at 11.
Patrick Waugh, the winningest goaltender in National Hockey League history, 452 wins so far in his career. And he's got great movement with his pads. You notice he goes down, but the wraparound, they're not going to see right here, but he tried to wrap around. He's got great lateral movement from post to post, and he made the save there and was able to get to the other side of the net, too, to stop the wraparound.
Here's Barteshko getting the puck in, on with Conroy and Eastwood. Waugh is out. Boy, look at that. What a nice job controlling under pressure. Forsberg over to Hayduk. Then Clem is in trouble. Hayduk, still a youngster, says, give it to me. Then Barteshko gets the puck loose. This is Eastwood, bothered by Tangay. Now Conroy gives the puck to his teammate Barteshko, who's wrestled down. Forsberg with Tangay on his right. Hayduk on his left. Hayduk a shot on. Whew, that just goes by the far post. This is Barteshko. He'll work in. Now to McInnes. He'll flip the puck in front, and it's off the skate of Hayduk. Forsberg a pass off the stick of Highnote, who would have had a breakaway. Both teams are changing. This is Jamal Mayers. Boy, these two teams are terrific. And they easily could be the best teams in the NHL. The Blues and the Avalanche. Highnote leaves the puck. This is Dingman to Highnote. He's got Sakic in front, and McInnes chops the puck away. Has to chase after it and clears it out. Right onto Nash's stick. Tyson Nash with Mayers headed for the slot. Nash has trouble finding the puck. Pratt ends up tipping it away, and here's Highnote missing the hit from Nash. Mayers ends up with a puck. Back to the point. Sean Hill a shot, and that seemed to deflect, and an easy save for Waugh. Now the Blues banging with Nash, Mayers, and Reed. Low. Here's Hill a shot tipped away by Waugh. Colorado trying to clear. Hill keeps the puck in. Good pressure here by the Blues. Reed low in the corner. Pratt bumps him to the boards. Takes him down. Nash comes through, gets the puck. There's a hand pass, a whistle, and play stopped. 4:32 left, first period, and the Blues trail 1-0.
What?
It's funny how you always come down here to clean it up, and then it never gets clean. I just can't figure it out.
Quick, give me a Bud Light. She still can't figure it out.
Oh, yeah, all right.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Joel Quenneville's Blues trail the Avalanche 1-0. The Avalanche are a very dynamic team, but when they miss the puck, they miss the shot, the Blues end up with an odd man rush. Let's stop it right here. Look at it. There's four Blues players. Let's roll it. You've got to get a good shot here, but the Blues waste time here. Barteshko's got to make a quick pass by the time Al McInnes gets to it. The other Avalanche is back. They pick up the play and they go the other way. When you get an opportunity, you've got to make it count.
Adam Foote, shorthanded goal, the difference in this game. Pronger lets one go, and wow, the save. Here's Raymond Bourque. Up the boards for Tanguay. And out of his reach, Hill knocks the puck down, loses it. Here's Podine in front, Forsberg, and what an arm save by Roman Turek. And the puck goes in the crowd. Downstairs to Dan McLaughlin.
Well, Ken, thank you very much. Just think about this. Remember, the Colorado Avalanche and the Blues, as you mentioned, are two of the best teams in the National Hockey League. But injuries have really decimated this team the last couple of years. Peter Forsberg, the 27-year-old Swede, and he just had a wonderful opportunity. Missed the first 23 games of a year ago. A matter of fact, he only played 49 games. Then you have the slow start right now by Joe Sakic. As you see, that puck barely missed the back of the net. 30 games dating back for Joe Sakic to the first playoff game of a year ago. One even-strength goal. And that is shocking, Bernie, to consider that out of Joe Sakic. Quietly, one of the best players the NHL has seen.
You bring up a great point. You saw the great numbers that he has, and he has struggled, and he's in the last year of a contract now. In fact, he signed a one-year deal. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent, so it'll be interesting to see what the Avalanche do with him.
Skula firing the puck wide. Sakic makes a dandy move to Skula. He loses the puck, and here's Pavel Demitra. He's got Eastwood well over on the wing. Demitra has the puck chopped away from behind by Messier, swept away there by Waugh, and Miller whacks it up the boards. Here's Forsberg. He falls down, and it's center ice, the Blues with a puck. Demitra winds up, and the shot really tests Patrick Waugh. The scoring chances are just about even in this game, but the Blues are out shooting Colorado 11-6. Puck cleared away by Dan Skula. Here's Al McInnes. He'll fire the puck back in. Both teams are changing. We're down to 3:15 to go in the first period. Out in front to Demitra. To McInnes off the crossbar. Where's the puck? Waugh sees it. And the whistle stops play. That baby ringing off the crossbar.
I don't even know if we want to call that a ring. That was more than a clang. What a shot by McInnes. A great play by Pavel Demitra. Just give this back to McInnes. McInnes steps into this. This clearly beat Waugh right over that left shoulder. But boy, what a shot. And it went right off the bar, came right back down behind Patrick Waugh. Waugh had no idea where it was. We see a bunch of different angles. You'll see where the puck ends up here. Look where it is. Right behind Patrick Waugh. He's able to find it at the last minute, and clearly that puck I don't believe went in. They are going to review it, but I believe just by the sound of it, Kenny, there's no question it hit the bar and came right down.
Well, you could hear it. In that case, I think I'm clear that I even saw it. There are plays that are tough to see, but that one was pretty clear in my mind.
Yeah, I agree with that, because if it hits the back bar, there's usually no playing. We'll maybe get a better look here. We're going to see it again. You'll see it in slow motion here. This one, it clearly looked like it hit the bar right in there. So it's definitely looks like it's just a crossbar. Unfortunately, the Blues just a quarter of an inch from tying this hockey game.
Lots of things are decided by a hair, Bernie, in case you hadn't noticed.
That is true.
And sports events definitely qualify, and a lot of noise ringing through the Pepsi Center right here on this McInnes shot.
That's 100 miles an hour right now, and wow, what a shot. Now McInnes, you see his points against the Avalanche. Only 4 goals in all the years. I'm very surprised, because no one shoots it better than Al McInnes.
Mayer's on the faceoff, loses the draw. Colorado has won 10 of 12 faceoffs here in the period, and they have the only goal coming shorthanded at 9:32. Here's Conroy. And he's dumped the puck in. DeVries slaps it away. McInnes moves up, flips it in, just barely onside. DeVries knocks it down. Then Mayers tries to shoot it in, cannot, but does with the second effort. Patrick Waugh likes to handle the puck through Greg DeVries. Up on the wing, losing the puck, Chris Dingman, and it's McInnes. He's on with Bryce Salvador, who has the puck. A pass for Conroy tipped away, and he'll sweep the puck down the ice. No icing coming, and both teams are changing. 1-0 the Avs lead. Again, the shots are 11-6 Blues. Reed tips the puck by Hill, and Drake goes back to control. Colorado still changing. Up to Young, offside. Blues pass from in their own zone over the center checkered red line. Coming up tonight at midnight, the National Sports Report featuring news, opinions, and highlights from a fresh perspective tonight at midnight. And we'll have Simply Rome, the Joe Smith decision, and more on the Major League meetings in Florida as they wrap up.
A lot of meetings going on in Florida these days, Kenny.
A lot of discussions down there in the Sunshine State.
Not very sunny right at the moment, I don't believe.
Ken Wilson, Bernie Federko, Dan McLaughlin in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. 2:15 to go. Here in the first period, Blues down 1-0. The shot 5 foot, knocked down. He gets another try. The pass ahead. Hayduke covered, and the drive there right on. Ooh, Podine says, man, I thought I'd have that through him, but closing the pads, Roman Turek.
Fortunate break for the Blues, and Podine turned around and shot that. Joe Sakic was going to the net right in the middle, that he probably should have got the pass made. We'll see Sakic going to the net there. Turgeon would have been a second late if he would have made that pass, but a good save again by Roman Turek, who's been outstanding in this first period.
Talking about the Avalanche and the Blues, each with only 2 losses. Both of the teams have lost to Phoenix. Vancouver also beat Colorado, and of course the Blues lost 2-1 in Detroit. So Phoenix has beaten both of these outstanding teams. Now the Blues trying to work out. Unable to initially. Then Hayduke with a puck out at center ice. He's on with Podine and Sakic. Foot shoots the puck in, and Colorado is offside at the St. Louis blue line with only 1:50 left here in a fast-paced first period of play. Our first intermission here in Denver is just around the corner. Dan will talk with veteran Blues defenseman Jeff Finley. Also a big, important regional news update. Bernie and I will also have first period highlights. All coming up in tonight's first intermission.
This entire period could be a first period highlight, because it's been a great period of hockey as both these teams skate so well. Transition games are so good, so you're going to see a lot of work by both goaltenders.
I thought the best game we've seen all season for flow and excitement and speed all year has been the Detroit-St. Louis game, which the Blues lost at Joe Louis Arena. Here are the Blues, Barteshko, and the puck in the corner. Here's Eastwood out to the point, have enough. We were telling you earlier about face-offs, and you get the word there graphically, 12-2 favoring Colorado, but the shots are 11-8 favoring the Blues, where it really counts as the puck goes into the Colorado bench. Scoring goals, the Avalanche have it their way, 1-0. Let's turn now to our Postnet.com fan poll for tonight. You can log on to stlouisblues.com. Answer this question: which Olympic hockey program is better poised to win the gold medal in 2002? Of course, Wayne Gretzky is going to lead Team Canada, which did not win a medal in the last Olympics. Is it Team Canada, Team USA, or a European team? And later on tonight, we'll have the results of that poll.
And you notice that there's a line going across, so there's going to be no mistake where you punch the little hole.
Where do I use that little metal puncher is what I want to know. Here's the puck to center ice. Finley gets it back in. It's funny, on a hockey game, we can go online to count votes.
That's right.
Not in a presidential election. Let's move now to tell you about Pepsi Fan Can Night. The next one is Tuesday the 21st. Vancouver will be in. You bring a Pepsi Fan Can to the Savas Center box office anytime. Get one free Blues ticket for each ticket that you purchase, all subject to availability. Remember, that Vancouver game is the third of 8 Pepsi Fan Can Nights, and you look for Pepsi Fan Cans wherever you buy soft drinks and join the fun at Savas Center. Again, it's buy one ticket, get one free with a Pepsi can coming up Tuesday, November 21st. That'll be the third of 3 in a row, starting next Thursday at home for the Blues. Here's Joe Sakic. He loses the puck. The Blues clear it out. We're in the final minute of the first period. Bork gets the puck ahead. Hayduke works in, but the play is offside, and action stopped. By the way, Marty Reisner, Reed Simpson, Vladimir Chubaturkin are the Blues scratches. Alexei Gusarov, Adam Deadmarsh, and Chris Drury are the Colorado scratches tonight. And Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL, and for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Blues continue to have trouble scoring goals in this building. They got beat 5-0 and 5-1 last season, and we're almost through the first period. They've yet to score a goal again.
So in the last 6 games, if you include tonight, the last 6 games here in Denver, the Blues have been outscored 15-1. That's hard to happen.
Incredible, I know. Very hard to happen.
Here's McInnes over to Pronger. His pass knocked down by Yell. 33 seconds to go in the period.
And the amazing part, they do have 1 point out of it. If we can remember the 0-0 shutout tie.
Now Lowe after the punt. Skula gets in his way. Lowe goes down. Clem feeds up for Podine, who'll tip the puck down the ice. With 17 seconds to go, here's Pronger. We're in the first period. The Blues out shooting Colorado 11-8. McInnes returns the puck to Pronger. 10 seconds to go. Up front, Lowe looking for a pass of the near wing. McInnes very patient to Pronger. 3 seconds, and the Blues are going to say, we'll go to the dressing room down 1-0. That is the end of the first period here at Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. After 20 minutes on an Adam Foote shorthanded goal, the Blues trail the Colorado Avalanche 1-0.
Hey, Mr. Toolbelt, why don't you change your oil every 3,000 miles? And remember, women know when you lie. Look, missing an oil change is like giving a woman a vacuum cleaner for her birthday. You know better. Come on, consider the risk. This is reformulated Quaker State. Protection beyond 3,000 miles under any driving conditions. Can you say insurance? Because I could say I told you so. Reformulated Quaker State. It's been tested. It works. What more do you need to know?
Jack, welcome to Signs and Stuff and Things. Yeah, I got this spicy chicken sandwich with just the right amount of spice. And it's served hot because we won't make it till you order it. But here's the big thing. It's real chicken breast. You got a sign like that? No. 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 No! Real chicken breast! How do you stay in business?
How fast can I get a chipmunk tube top sign?
Brick homes have the strength to retain their beauty, season after season. Brick, the natural choice.
This is Jim Rome. Tonight on The Last Word, should the student athletes who generate billions of dollars for their schools be paid? Dale Brown and Billy Packer disagree on that. Plus, how did Bob Knight's address to the Pacers go over? 11:30 tonight on Fox Sports Net.
Who was Andy Kaufman?
I want to be the biggest star in the world.
Party time for laptop.
I'm not a comedian.
Shut the hell up! All of you! Make one more sign, I'll come down there and put your frickin' head in the soap.
I don't do jokes. I didn't even know what's funny.
Here I come to save the day.
Is there a secret to being funny?
Jim Carrey, Man on the Moon. See it this month on Stars, part of the Stars Encore Super Pack. Call now to order.
You want to hear about some job of mine? I want some hot chocolate and some pecan pie.
Start talking.
I could really go for some onion rings.
You're sending me into an Indian casino dressed like a cowboy. It was that or a ballerina.
Ben Affleck, Gary Sinise, Charlize Theron. Ow. Wow. Reindeer Games.
Blues Hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by TWA, one airline with one mission, yours. And by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. You can depend on Dobbs. The Capitol Building, Colorado, here in Denver, and yes, there are Blues fans here watching this game tonight. The Blues trail it 1-0. Downstairs with Dan McLaughlin, veteran defenseman Jeff Finley.
All right, Ken, thank you very much. Obviously, a very good period of hockey. The Blues come up short in that first 20 minutes. They're down 1-0. But the first thing that you see with the Avalanche, number one, quick and fast out there, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got a lot of speed. They got a lot of depth up front. They got some really good forwards. So it's something that, we talked about before the game. We want to not turn the puck over in the neutral zone. They're a great counter-attacking team. So any chance we get over the red line, we want to make sure it goes in deep.
0-6-1 since 1996 at this building. I know you're sick of hearing about it, but what do you think it has been, the hex on the St. Louis Blues coming to Colorado?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I've only been here for a short time, so I don't really know. And then when you look at the turnover of players, and it's really funny when something like that happens. To be able to put a finger on it, I don't know. I mean, we're aware of it, obviously, and we prepare ourselves to play hard when we come in here. So, I thought we played not too bad, and we can improve a little bit, and we're right in the game. So maybe tonight we'll change things.
Good luck in the next two periods. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
That is Jeff Finley. Let's go back upstairs to Ken.
All right, thanks very much, Dan. Guests on Blues Hockey receive a gift certificate to Chevy's Fresh Mix. Stop by one of their 7 locations where the food is made fresh every day. We're in Denver. Blues trailing at 1-0. We go now to a Fox Sports Net regional news break.
Oh, what was that? My mom's bowling ball.
Do you bleed blue? Blues Baseball Cap Night, sponsored by Pepsi, November 18th.
Go Blues, baby! Do the Blues dance!
At McDonald's, we've got a great way to get you going in the morning with our tasty breakfast bagels. Pick up a hearty steak, egg, and cheese bagel, a fluffy Spanish omelet bagel with sausage, or a classic ham, egg, and cheese bagel. We bake our bagels fresh and get them to you fast because we know you have places to go. 3 tasty breakfast bagels. Every morning should start so good.
Mercury Grand Marquis. Kick back, relax. There's loads of room. It's practical, too. Grand Marquis, it's your Mercury dealer. Live life in your own lane.
Once again, the Savvis Intelligent IP Network is the #1 performing network in the world. Savvis surpassed AT&T, Sprint, UUNet, Quest, and 32 other service providers for this annual honor. Savvis earned the Winner's Cup, but the real winner is you. To be a winner in today's business world, rely on a winner. Savvis.
Hey, you've been there, haven't you? You wonder, did I make that last deposit? Can I write a check today? Do I feel lucky? Look, you shouldn't have to guess. This is the information age. So check your account on the internet, free from Commerce Bank. See what's cleared, what hasn't, 24 hours a day. Call them or visit their website. And then you can depend on internet banking instead of your luck. Hey, it's your money.
Start your day with the Regional Sports Report for news dedicated to your home teams, followed by the National Sports Report, weekday mornings on Fox Sports Net.
Well, good evening, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the Blues game. I'm Dan Protash with a look at today's headlines. After leading the Giants to a 97-65 record and a trip to the postseason, Dusty Baker was named the manager of the year today in the National League. Baker received 30 out of 32 first-place votes, becoming the first 3-time winner in the NL. Cards skipper Tony La Russa came in second, receiving just 1 first-place vote. Well, after 2 weeks as a backup, Rams defensive end Kevin Carter has his starting job back. He led the NFL in sacks with 17 a year ago, but was demoted by head coach Mike Martz for inconsistent play. On Monday, Martz and Carter said Carter will be back in the starting lineup.
I didn't have a bigger chance to really make anything happen in the last 2 games. I didn't really have the role that I've had around here for the last 5 years, and it kind of lessens your responsibility. But now that hopefully the responsibility can place on my shoulders again to go out there and help us win, and that's what I plan to do.
Well, coming up tonight on your regional sports report at 11 o'clock, we'll preview more on the Rams and Giants, or have more on the Rams and Giants, talk about Carter as well, and recap the Blues. That's all coming up tonight at 11 o'clock. Coming up next, first period highlights with Ken Wilson and Bernie Federico. That's right after this.
good. Come on, me too.
You guys want to see the Rams?
Dude, definitely. We're like total Rams fans. We drove here non-stop from Encino, man.
No way.
Way.
Come on, let's go.
Don't be fooled by imitation. Make sure you've got the original. Emo, the square beyond compare.
This month, get an original St. Louis-style extra-large one-topping pizza for just $9.95 at Emo.
Flight 417 to Phoenix is now boarding at gate 24. Thank you.
TWA. One mission. Yours.
Some trucks haul dirt. Some trucks haul bricks. Some trucks haul gluteus maximus. The new 210 horsepower supercharged Nissan Frontier.
Los Angeles, 1962. The Cold War is hot, and a family is forced underground by the Big One. 35 years pass. Society has adapted. Can one misfit from another era find love in the 90s?
Stop staring at me.
Brendan Fraser, Alicia Silverstone, Blast from the Past. See it this month on the new Encore, part of the Stars Encore Super Pack. Call now to order.
If you love movies, then you've got to get the Stars Encore Super Pack. 8 premium movie channels, hundreds of movies each month. All for just $10.99 a month. Call 1-800-333-DISH and order the Stars Encore Super Pack on Dish Network.
I know who did it.
New hit movies, Hollywood's biggest stars. You'll get great movies at a great value.
I see dead people.
Call 1-800-333-DISH and order the Stars Encore Super Pack. You're watching Fox Sports Net.
The Blues and some of their fans here in Denver, Colorado, and the Blues will go into the second period, trailing the Avalanche 1-0. With Bernie Federico, Ken Wilson, welcoming you back to the Pepsi Center. There were good things for the Blues in the period, but I think most notably Colorado was terrific, and they get the shorthanded goal.
Colorado always seems to be terrific here in this building, and they did. They got a great goal, a breakaway by Adam Foote, a shorthanded effort, a nice pass from Sakic to Foote, and he beats Roman Turek high over the blocker side, but that's a perfect shot and well placed, and a defenseman that doesn't score a lot of goals, but it's his first of the year, and it was a good one. Here, the Blues' best scoring chance, a rocket by Al McInnes off the crossbar, and then it rolled back underneath Patrick Waugh, so the Blues' biggest opportunity, but wasn't able to find the back of the net.
Our McDonald scoring summary, 9:32, the time of Foote's shorthanded goal. Sakic and Reed assisting, shots 11-8, and we'll return to Denver for the start of the second period in just a moment.
The Maglite flashlight. Brighter, tougher, made in America. Maglite, the perfect gift to brighten the holidays. Maglite.
Individually, they are standouts in their respect. This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately for 5 full years. Get 0 APR on 2000 Dodge Stratus and Intrepid, 0.9 APR on 2000 Dodge Dakota and Durango, and 4.9 APR on select all-new 2001 Dodge Caravans. See your Dodge dealer immediately, as 60-month financing can save you over $5,600.
See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
This place is so dull. I gotta get out of here. I need some action.
How you doing, everybody?
Hi, Al.
How you doing?
Your usual Mr. Robotski?
Of course. What else? Now, this feels like home. But, you know, something seems like it's missing. Hot shots. You're always a winner at hot shots.
Interesting. Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola? A paradox.
While molecularly similar, they logically seem to offer two possibilities. Of course, you must invariably arrive at one and only one correct choice.
A no-brainer.
I'll trade you my 17 for extra peanuts.
Who's got a 30-year Homer?
Flight 417 to Phoenix is now boarding at gate 24. Thank you.
We're TWA. One mission, yours.
It's NFL This Morning on Fox Sports Net.
Let's talk some football.
Your Sunday morning tailgate party in a box. Sunday at 9 on Fox Sports Net. Coming up tonight on Fox Sports Net. It's 30 minutes dedicated to the Midwest sports scene. The 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. Tonight on Fox Sports Net, followed by The Last Word with Jim Rome.
Blues Hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Hardee's, where the food's the star. By the Casino Queen, they know what floats your boat. And by Commerce Bank. Reach financial goals faster with internet banking from Commerce. Open your account today at commercebank.com. Foot is the word. There are two of them, and there's Adam Foote. His shorthanded goal is the difference in this game.
Is that 2 foot or 2 feet?
He's 2 foot away from being Adam Foote.
And he scored a great goal. Not the fleetest of foot defensemen, but he had enough speed to get it behind the Blues defense and score the big goal.
Here we go, period number 2. The Blues, winless here in their last 7 games, outscored over that period 21-4. Last 5 games in this town, outscored 14-1. Now another period in game 6. So it's been tough here at the Mile High City. Avanoff has lost his helmet with the puck. Adam Foote now with the puck. Alexei Havanoff over to Pronger. Colorado begins a line change back to Havanoff. He'll flip the puck in. Bork is there with a bouncing puck. Plays it nicely. Hayduk gets the puck. Blues changing also. Hayduk looking for Tanguay. Havanoff gets in the way. To say nothing to the referee. And here's Al McInnes flipping the puck off the glass to center ice. Handed to the Blues. Barteshko, or rather Young, loses it. And here's Dan Skula. He'll fire the puck in. Back to touch it. McInnes. Icing is the call against Colorado. 1:02 gone in the second. Let's go find Dan McLaughlin.
Well, Ken, the leading goal scorer right now in the National Hockey League is a former Avalanche player, now playing on the top line with the St. Louis Blues with 13 goals. That's Scott Young. Let's flash back here on Fox Sports Net and take a look back at 1996. He was part of a Stanley Cup winner. And there's Scotty Young wearing that familiar number 48. He played on a line with Joe Sakic. Joe Sakic said, by the way, guys, this morning here in Denver, that it was no surprise to him to see Scott Young, and there's a beautiful feed from Sakic, to see him leading the National Hockey League. He said he's streaky, but he said Scott Young had a great offseason. He was in great shape, knew he got off to a good start in training camp, 13 goals this season in the 14 games, and obviously he's on a great pace to start the 2000 campaign. Guys, back to you.
And you notice all 3 of those goals were again with a quick wrist shot, and that's why he's scoring the goals again this season.
Here are the Blues. Here's Dimitra shot that hits Eastwood. This is Barteshko. Barteshko, Eastwood, and Dimitra. No surprise, Joel Quenneville shaking things up. Now it's Dimitra trying to move around Skula. Dimitra still with a puck. He comes in front, a shot that goes just wide. Now Bryce Salvador. McInnes is at the far point. Skula intercepts. After the puck, Tanguay trying to flip it out. And he does, and here's McInnes. Before the game, talking with Joel Quenneville, I said, do you expect it to be tight and low scoring? He says, no doubt about it. Now DeVries touches the puck. Icing is the call against the Blues.
The Blues really need to get some more balanced scoring. We talk about Turgeon and Young and Drake scoring, but the Slovakians have got to score some goals you look at the difference between last season and this season. Dimitri with 13 points, Jesus with 11. They had a combined 13 goals between the two of them. This year they only have 7. So very important that these guys start playing well. Michael Jesus not even on this line right now as Joe Quenneville has broken up the 3 of them. Bartechko and Dimitri now playing with Eastwood. So you know that sooner or later, Kenny, that those 3 are going to get back together, but they really have to take the initiative to start cycling the puck down deep and start scoring some goals.
It's not like they haven't had some good games this season, because remember, there were some games where they were at the top of their game.
Right, but they need to get consistent.
Jesus to the net. The shot turned away by Waugh. On the drive by Conroy. And along the boards, Hesh tied up. Then back to the point. Here's Hill. Finley's at the near point. Jesus to Conroy. In front, trying to get it to Hesh. He's well covered by Eric Messier. Then pinching in. Here's Sean Hill. Feeding behind the net to Conroy. Good pressure by the Blues. Centering, and the pass intercepted by John Clem. Ahead to Dan Hinote. And the 23-year-old dumps the puck in, and both teams are changing. We're early in the second period. Hill has the puck. The Blues trail it 1-0. The pass gets by Mayers, goes the length of the ice. Bork back to touch the puck. Icing is the call against the Blues.
Well, we take a look at Michael Jesus sitting on the bench. We were able to ISO him on the last shift. And Michael Jesus in a different role now. He's playing left wing for the most part. He's got great speed when he gets going. He's a big man. He's really difficult to stop when he gets going. But this year it seems maybe because of that groin injury, he has been able to get that speed, get plugging through the middle. And I believe that probably is part of the slow start. He held out there at the beginning of training camp. And now he's maybe a step behind, but hopefully he's going to get those legs going, those legs turning. Hopefully that groin starts feeling real good. And I really believe that this guy is going to have a great success in this National Hockey League. It's just things aren't going that well for him right now. Joel trying different combinations to try to get him going again.
Eastwood and Forsberg on the face-off near Roman Turret. The shots overall are 12-8. Eastwood wins the draw. Here's Pronger. He's teamed on defense with Havanoff. Eastwood has Nash on the near wing. Havanoff has him with him. Goes over far side to Eastwood. The other forward is Mayers. Waugh knocks the puck away. Clem whacks it up the boards. Hayduk loses it. Pronger centers. Here's Mayers in front. A shot. Great save, Waugh, as he robs Jamal Mayers. And the puck cleared out by Milan Hayduk. It'll go over the end red goal line to touch it. Pronger, and an icing call against Colorado. And certainly, Bernie, the Blues have had their chances tonight.
This was a great chance. Patrick Waugh big on this occasion. He saved all 13 shots he's faced tonight, and this may have been the biggest test. As you see, Jamal Mayers is going to be in front of the net, steals the puck there, and look at that quick leg movement with the left pad there. Waugh able to just stick out that left skate and make the big save. But a great scoring opportunity, great play there by Jamal Mayers to kick the puck up with his own skate, get it on his stick, and then the quick hard shot. It was headed inside that right post, but the quick leg there of Patrick Waugh able to make the big save.
Patrick Waugh, 35 years of age. Of course, he's the NHL's all-time goaltender in terms of wins, sitting on 452 not long ago, past the late, great Terry Sawchuk. Back to the point to McInnes. He'll let her go, deflecting right on. Routine stick save for Waugh. The battle for the puck in the corner. Now here's Turgeon with Sakic on his back. Young and Drake with Turgeon. Turgeon trying to get away from Sakic, gives the puck to Young, trying to move in front, unable to. Drake pounces on it, loses it, and the puck whacked out. Back for it is McInnes. He's on defense with Salvador. Bryce Salvador. His pass ahead, tipped in by Turgeon, right on goal. Now Raymond Bourque. His pass over on the side to Sakic. Ahead for Podine. He'll whip the puck in. And a line change now for both sides. McInnes under pressure. Does a nice job. Flips the puck ahead. Barteshko's pass knocked away. Trying to work in and knock down Dave Reed. No call. The crowd here a little bit unhappy, and it's a big turnout. Here at Pepsi Center now, Barteshko on the left wing. A shot. Great save by Waugh. And Barteshko let her rip. Really test him. Barteshko centers. Oh, baby. What a save by Waugh to rob Dimitra. Still a shot. That's knocked down. And to center ice, Messier for Colorado. The puck finally shot in by Hinote. Colorado begins a change. This is Sean Hill getting the puck ahead. Dimitra works in. Eastwood and Barteshko to the net. The puck stolen from Dimitra. There's no call here. Now a chance for Chris Dingman. Backhands it in front out of the reach of Parker. Will go the other way. Barteshko waiting the shift over to Dimitra. Dimitra poke check. Dingman clears the puck down the ice. It'll go over the end red goal line. Finley will glide back to touch it. Icing is the call against Colorado with 5:06 gone here in a scoreless second period. Well, this week, start your college football Saturday with a pregame show presented by Rivals.com at 10:30 in the morning. Then, a quadruple header. Action starts with Houston and East Carolina. Then Fresno State takes on number 18 TCU. Then number 4 Nebraska battling number 16 Kansas State in the Big 12, followed by number 10 Oregon State against Arizona. All right here Saturday on Fox Sports Net.
The Blues trying to take the momentum away, and they're getting some great scoring opportunities in the last few minutes. There, a big shot there from Barteshko, the big save by Waugh. And here, look at this save here. Dimitra Park all alone in front. Good wood on it, but Waugh was able to move from his right to left and make another big save.
Bernie, on a play like that, as the puck comes out and is brought in offside, the goaltender leads himself to the puck. So often the player with a puck, a lot of times Dimitra would have a wide open net, but not with a great goaltender like Patrick Waugh. They're the 452 wins we mentioned a moment ago.
Great lateral movement. Patrick Waugh is one of the original butterfly goaltenders. Goes down, spreads out, but when you look at him, here's the save here off Barteshko, way out to the front of the crease. Makes a save. The turnover in the corner. You'll see Dimitra, we didn't go far enough that we saw. Dimitra did park himself, but Patrick Waugh, the veteran goaltender, the anticipation, he knows out of the corner of his eye that Dimitra is there, and he's able to cheat a little bit, move across and make a big save.
Avanoff and Pronger on defense. The Blues trying to keep the pressure on, but Colorado moves out. Forsberg gets knocked down by Hanzus. Here's Messier flipping the puck ahead. Conroy leaves it for Pronger. Over to Havanoff, back to Pronger. Hecht, Conroy, and Hanzus up front. Here's Hanzus. His pass knocked away. Colorado with a puck, and the puck shot in by Messier. On the line with Forsberg and Hayduk. Hanzus, bumped by Forsberg, runs into Messier. Coming up to the 6-minute mark in the second period. Shorthanded goal in the first period by Adam Foote, the only goal of the night. Here's Jochen Hecht. Back for Hanzus, and a shot wide off the skate of DeVries. Both teams are changing, and play is stopped. And we're going to have a penalty call here. The crowd unhappy because Mayer's riding DeVries into the board, but we're going to have a penalty called here. And it'll be a holding call, and it'll be against Colorado's Eric Messier.
Interesting here as the play comes toward us. You'll see right in the center of the screen, though, where Hanzus went down. That's where the penalty call was made, but it's interesting. Mike Lego was the referee that was right beside the play. He didn't make the call, but it was Terry Gregson, the trailing referee, that made the call. Blues continue to be physical. The Blues taking control of the game. I see the momentum switching. The crowd is out of it. Blues score a power play goal. Kenny, here we got a different hockey game.
The penalty, Messier holding here at the 6-minute mark. There's no question Joel Quenneville's team often in the first period was slower than Colorado. Not anymore. The Blues are just as quick, and there are the officials we told you about at the outset of the first period. Now a shot from McGinnis, right on Waugh, the save, and he covers the rebound, which he has done consistently here tonight.
And look at how far out he was on that save. He is 3 or 4 or 5 feet in front of his crease area, which where you have to go when you have an Al McInnes going there. The Blues are going to win the face-off here. It's going to go back to Al McInnes. Now look at Patrick Waugh here, how far he's out to the front of the crease. You see the crease here, but he's way out in front. Makes the save and finds it, and then is able to cover up on it. But great goaltending. Even though he didn't know where it was, he had the disposition to move across and then find it, and then able to put the glove down on it.
If he doesn't get that rebound quickly, Dimitra buries it.
Absolutely.
Power play. Blues 0 for 2. 14 of their 17 shots have come with a man advantage. McInnes gives the puck to Pronger. He'll go with an elevated pass to Young. Now to Turgeon. Over far side Dimitra. He'll get the puck right back from McInnes. The shot, the save, they score! On the rebound, Pierre Turgeon! That was a quick rebound. one, and the Blues with a power play goal tie it at 1.
Momentum has switched. We talked about it. Now we see a power play and now a power play goal. Pierre Turgeon finishing this one up. But this has all started because of great work in front of the net. You'll see Patrick Waugh. You're going to see the shot, but look at all the bodies in front. Scott Young standing right in front. Waugh can't find it. It was dug out by Young, and that's why Turgeon was able to score. But watch how the rebound is kicked out there by Scott Young. Patrick Waugh couldn't get his pads closed, and that's why the goal was scored. Right there, Young's able to kick it out with his skates. Turgeon made no mistake. A big goal for the Blues, a power play goal for Pierre Turgeon, and the Blues even up this game at 1.
So Scott Young with an assist has 18 now. The goal for Turgeon is his 5th. He also has 18 points. So Young and Turgeon leading the club in scoring. Waugh knocks the puck up the board. Good pressure by the Blues. Then Miller advances the puck to Sakic, gets it back. Over to Dan Skula. Onto the right wing for Sakic. Behind the net, tipped away. Blues try to clear the puck out and do with a pass ahead. Good break out there. Here's Eastwood. Pass in front for Drake. He can't get a stick on it. Waugh turns it away. Skula's pass too far. Here's Sean Hill. Both clubs are changing. We're just past the 7-minute mark in the second period, and the Blues have tied it at 1. 6:31, the power play goal. Turgeon from Young and McInnes. Now Peter Forsberg. Don't give him any room. Look at Conroy. Can hardly stay with him. Nice poke check by Pronger, and the play is offside. Colorado. Second period, the Blues are decidedly out-shooting the Avalanche 20-8, and the game is tied at 1.
Hey, that's my Bud Light! Out of my way! My fault!
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Come on, I'll split it with you! I'll take $10 on office boy.
Make it a Bud Light.
You only get out of something what you put into it. And your Quality Ford store is putting something special into this year's truck season. Right now, get your choice of low 4.9 financing or $1,000 cash back on F-150. And during truck season, get a bed liner in any F-Series truck at no extra charge. Hey, you only get out of something what you put into it. So get into an F-150 during truck season at your Quality Ford store on both sides of the river.
Definitely have more important things to worry about than their cars. So do you. That's why Dobbs has 36 locations. Check us out today.
Pierre Turgeon's goal has tied this game at 1. We're going to take a look at this. Look at the center of your screen here. Watch the great work of Scott Young. He gets the puck, kicks it loose, gives it to Turgeon. Turgeon able to pound that in between the pads of Patrick Waugh, but you go to the front of the net for a reason, to screen the goaltender, but you got to dig the puck loose, and what a job by Scotty Young.
You talk about things changing. The Blues have all 9 shots on goal in this period. That's right, they're out shooting the Avalanche in the second period 9-0, and they've tied it at 1. Waugh vacates the crease. Bangs the puck right in the corner to Conroy. Now to Hesh. Hanzus also on this line. Hanzus looking for the cycle, and it's not there. Hesh goes with a shot. DeVries for Colorado. He'll flip the puck in the corner. Hayduk and Hesh there. Colorado's changing. There you've got 2 of the fine young wingers in the game. Hesh and Hayduk. Now to the point. Aaron Miller trouble with a puck. Passes it ahead. Here's Forsberg. A shot. Pronger deflects it wide. Podine centers. And Hanzus with a puck to Pronger. Now to Havanoff. He'll just flip it ahead, and the Blues are changing. Colorado. Puck shot in by Sean Podine. Pronger very late in the shift is back. Messier chasing it. Nice move there. Not every defenseman can make that move, nor would they dare make that move in front of the net. Nash shoots the puck in, on with Reed Lowe and Jamal Mayers. Waugh goes the other way, and Messier has some room. Into the middle for Reed. And the pass gets away. And finally, the puck shot in by Skula, and Mayers plays it right in front of the net to McInnes. He'll clear the puck out. Here's Dan Skula, 20-year-old defenseman from the Czech Republic. He'll flip it in. That's offside, but a delayed call. Blues in possession. Both teams changing. This has been a game without a lot of whistles, with great speed, good scoring chances, and just a lot of great talent on the ice tonight. On display here at the Pepsi Center. Here's Al McInnes coming up to the 10-minute mark in the second period. The best two teams in the NHL tied at 1. McInnes taken down. Here's Tanguay. Now Reed Lowe is going to go. Reed Lowe going toe-to-toe with Scott Parker, who's 6'4", 230. Reed takes on the big guy for every team, and it was just a matter of time. Pretty good left hand. Parker, they say, can throw him. In his 42nd NHL game, Parker has never had a point. Took her right there. There's 109 penalty minutes, however. And Reed Lowe giving Scott Parker all he can handle. Now Parker coming back. This is a pretty good tussle right here between Reed Lowe and Scott Parker. Lowe needs to recover just a bit, trying to get that right arm loose. The linesman letting him go, and both players getting tired, and neither can wrestle the other one down. That's a pretty good fight between the Blues' Reed Lowe and Colorado's Scott Parker.
Couple of big heavyweights, a couple of youngsters that want to stay in the National Hockey League. I'm sure they saw some of each other last year in the American Hockey League. Parker was in Hershey, and of course, Lowe was in Worcester, so I'm sure they maybe tangled last year. But boy, that's a couple of guys that didn't want to go down. A lot of punches exchanged there. The original call, I believe, was going to go against. Right here, you're going to see Parker grabbing a hold of Al McInnes. There's a holding penalty that was going to be called. And right there is when Lowe and Parker ran into each other. The gloves came off, and there was no question, Kenny, that we knew this was going to happen. In fact, I think it's probably 30 minutes or 20 minutes overdue. I thought this was going to happen in the first period, so a good fight there. A lot of punches exchanged, no damage done. And out of all this, I believe the Blues, yes, the Blues are going to get themselves a power play. You look at Reed Lowe, leads all NHL rookies, and I'm sure that he is pretty close to leading all players in the penalty department. Scott Parker, you see his numbers there with 38 minutes in penalties. Reed Lowe, most of his penalties have been in majors. I'm sure that he leads the National Hockey League in majors this year because he's fought, I believe that's 9 times now, Kenny, already this season.
So Parker gets 2 for holding. He and Lowe each get 5 for fighting here at 9:25. There's Bob Hartley, the young Colorado Avalanche coach. And the Blues are going to go on the power play, looking to take the lead for the first time.
Blues need to keep this momentum going. You almost see that the ice is sloped towards the Avalanche net right now. And this is something we talked about earlier. When you have Drury and Deadmarsh out of the lineup, that's a lot of speed. That's the top 2-line guys that are the line. The Blues need to take advantage of that here in this game.
Joel Quenneville, as we said, expecting a tight, low-scoring game. He says Colorado very patient. I said, do you think there's any chance that this game would ever open up? He said, I doubt it, but if they want to open it up, we'll play it that way. I said, if it gets open, there's the McInnes shot deflected high and wide by Young. I said, if it opens up, would you continue to play that way, or would you try to change it and slow it down? He said, no. If they want to go with all their talent, we'll go with them. And as it's turned out, it's been the tight, low-scoring game you would expect.
When the Avalanche was coming with such great speed, if your transition in this game is good, you're going to end up with a lot of odd-man rushes, and the Blues are starting to have that happen now.
Here's Turgeon on the power play. The Blues set it up. Here's Pronger over in front, and the play broken up as Dimitra gets tied up. The Blues and Avalanche tied at 1. Pronger plays it rink wide. Scott Young, Hesh to the net. Boy, he's really interfered with by Messier. And the puck shot down the ice by Adam Foote. The Blues 1 for 3 on the power play. 7 shots on the power play. Again, they're out shooting Colorado 21-8. The Avalanche has not had a shot on goal here in the second period. And we're coming up to the 11-minute mark. Back to the point to Havanoff. Ahead for Eastwood. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Have another shot. Deflects right on. Oh, what a save by Patrick Wan. Play stopped with 28 seconds left in the man advantage for the Blues. We check in with Dan McLaughlin.
All right, Ken, thanks a lot. There's no doubt that one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, the Blues are 8 games over the 500 mark is because of their great centerman, number 77, Pierre Turgeon. Joe Quenneville said earlier this season, Pierre, I need to have better work ethic. I need you to go, go, go. Work a little bit harder. And that is what he has done. Now, you compare that, as we see the Fox ISO camera, to what he did a year ago. He was off to a great start, remember, prior to his injury. Pretty much on the same pace, guys, with a point tonight. He obviously is one of the top point getters in the National Hockey League. Tops on the Blues with Scott Young. This season, 18 points, 5 goals, 13 assists. Last season, this time, 17 points. So good to see Pierre Turgeon with that great jump and a great start here this campaign. Guys, back to you.
More of a playmaker this year, Danny. Only 5 goals to go with his 13 assists, and that's the reason that Scott Young has been so hot with his 13 goals. And yes, Pierre has played great.
A lot of Blues fans here. John Pisa saying hi to Sarah and Taylor Pisa. Here's a shot block. And a big hi to Mike Maglio. Or I should say Maggio. And the Blues try to keep it in. Good job by Hill. On the far side, the puck stolen. And Colorado's Joe Sakic at center ice. Avalanche shorthanded. Foot flips the puck behind the net. Now Drake throws his weight around and the Blues break out. The penalty just about over, and it is over. Now the Blues with the puck behind the net. Eastwood's out in front of the net. Here's Jochen Hecht. Far side, Hill is going to pinch in. High note was serving the Parker minor. Colorado at full strength. 8:20 to go, second period. Now Drake gets the puck to Hecht. He's taken down. The Avalanche's Skula advances the puck. Falling down is High note. Here's Sakic. Joe Sakic, the 31-year-old centerman. He'll take a shot and a save by Turek. That's the first shot on goal for Colorado in this period, and it comes just shy of the 12-minute mark. They had been outshot at 11-0 in the period. This is Aaron Miller. His pass over to the side, and the shot by Dingman goes high and wide. And out at center ice, Miller with a puck. 7:45 remaining in the period. Puck bounds into the Blues zone. Al McInnes ahead for Hanzus. His pass for Barteshko. Now there's going to be a penalty here. Now there's a fight. Salvador at center ice getting hammered. He is getting blasted now 2 or 3 times by big Chris Dingman. Remember, we told you Dingman is 6'4", 225. He's a heavyweight. Salvador is a middleweight. And there'll also be a minor penalty against Colorado. So the Blues figure to go on the power play again. We're in the second period in Denver, and the Blues and Avalanche are tied at 1.
Welcome to figure drawing. Let's begin.
Do you have our supplies?
Oh, yeah.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Get out!
Make it a Bud Light.
Introducing the 2001 Hyundai Accent. It comes with the freedom of the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty plan.
I don't have to worry about my car because I'm covered under the 10-year warranty.
And the Accent has the standard features you want. At just $8,934, this is one new car that's very easy to drive home. Get the 2001 Accent for just $8,934 at your Hyundai dealer today.
Some banks have this funny habit. They charge you for checking. In other words, it's your money, but you pay the bank to use it. Does that make sense? Commerce Bank doesn't think so. At Commerce, checking is free. What should you do? Pay for checking? Or go to Commerce and get it free? Pay or get it free? That's a tough one, isn't it? Hey, it's your money.
Very important to have good goaltending. It's a lot of times harder when you only have 8 shots. You see Patrick Waugh with 21 saves to Roman Turek's 8. Joe Quenneville looks on. He's got to be liking the way the Blues are coming now, but you have to have good team defense. A lot of it is your goaltending, but you look at the top two teams in the National Hockey League, the Blues, 1.55, Colorado 1.70. Patrick Waugh, the big mainstay, of course, of the Colorado Avalanche, with their Brent Johnson has done a great job with Roman Turek to backstop the Blues. Brent Johnson 5-0 already this season. Roman Turek has played very well himself, and a very difficult game for him tonight. He's made some big saves, even though he's only had 8 shots against him.
Well, the Blues, a terrific road team, off to their best start ever through 14 games, equaling their best start ever. Their mark at 10 wins, 2 losses, 2 ties, which they had accomplished twice in the 90s. But Joel Quenneville has a team as good as any in the National Hockey League, and Bob Hartley, behind the other bench, can say the same thing.
2 great hockey clubs, and this is going to be fun, especially when it comes April.
Oh, boy. Of course, the Blues don't have a history with Colorado in the playoffs. Now the Blues with the puck. Here's Nash. Backhander whacked away by Podine. Dimitra sends the puck behind the net. Here's Nash again. He's held up, worked over by Sakic. Nash gets on Sakic's back. Nash doesn't care who it is, does he? No. Skula off the boards. He'll keep the puck in. And Nash gets hit. Dingman gets roughing and fighting, and then he gives Salvador a slashing and a fighting penalty. So both teams remain at full strength. Those penalties at 12:25. Finley's shot intercepted. Sakic playing the puck on the far wing. Podine, who's a Minnesota native, sends it in, and here's Sean Hill. Both teams are changing. 6:40 to go in the second period. Colorado scoring a shorthanded goal in the first period. The Blues have a power play goal here in the second. And the Blues out shooting the Avalanche 22-9. The Blues have 11 shots in this period. The Avalanche 1. His foot elevates the puck. Here's Stefan Yell, stopped by Hill. Forsberg has the puck chopped away, and here's Ray Bourque. Gets it over to Adam Foote. He'll send it in the air again. Hill has the advantage, knocks it down. Hayduk works in. Milan Hayduk centers. Hill intercepts. Nowhere to go with the puck, so he'll just dump it out. The crowd thought there should have been a penalty. Now there's an offside call. Now the referee, Terry Gregson, stops play, points at Peter Forsberg.
Peter Forsberg is mad that the referee right in front of him didn't call it, and the referee in front of him was saying, hey, the other referee called it, so I never needed to call it.
Well, Sunday, MVC Men's Soccer Championship. That comes your way at 1:30 on Fox Sports Net coming up this Sunday.
Blues are going to be shorthanded for just the second time tonight as Peter Forsberg was hauled down right in the center of the ice. You'll see it right in the middle. Forsberg right there is tripped by Dallas Drake. Goes sliding in. He got up and he was mad at the referee that's right beside him because the referee didn't have his hand up, but it was the referee way behind the play, Terry Gregson, that made the call.
14 minutes into the second period. Drake goes off. Colorado 0 for 1 on the power play. 1 of their 9 shots coming with the man advantage. Boy, it's great to watch 2 terrific teams battle each other. This has been all you would have expected. 1-1 in the second period. Bourque shoots the puck in. Pronger tries to clear it out and does. On a deflection, Hanzus for Eastwood, broken up by Bourque. The Blues have Eastwood and Hanzus. Havenoff and Pronger in front of Turek. Now the Blues begin a change. Here's Adam Foote weaving through center ice. Giving the puck to Forsberg. Out there with Sakic and Hayduk. Bourque at the left point. Foote at the near point. And the puck comes to Foote trying to keep it in, and he's able to. Sending the puck towards the net. Pronger knocks it down, and Pronger fires the puck the length of the ice. Now both teams are changing. We're down to 5:05 to go in the second period, tied at 1. A minute to go in the power play for Colorado. After the puck yell, it gets by him, then he's spun around. Podine also looking for the puck, gloves it down, back to the point. Clem advances the puck to Podine. His pass tries to force it through as Hanzus does, and finally the puck to center ice. 1-1 is the score. 41 seconds to go in Drake's penalty. The crowd not happy with Yell going down. He gets the puck again. Over far side. Skula shoots it in. Now Colorado changing. Tangay back to the point for Clem. Out of the reach of Yell. Far side. Peter Forsberg on the power play. Open in front. Tangay. Yell can't get the puck to him. Here's Finley. Can't clear. Clem behind the net. The puck skips away from Forsberg. Here's Stefan Yell. 10 seconds left in Drake's penalty. Skula a shot. Blocked by McInnes. Quickly on the puck. Yell. Great play by Hanzus to poke the puck out. Drake about ready to come on the ice. John Clem. Long shot. That's why. Here's Hayduk jumping on the puck. Drake is on the shot. And that drive by Sakic goes wide. Drake after the puck. He's beaten to it by foot. Up to Hayduk. Now to Sakic. He's hit by Pronger. The pass intercepted. It's Havanoff. Great pass. Turgeon. Puck gets away. He catches up with it. Centers. And the Blues score! The Blues take a 2-1 lead.
Great heads-up play hockey by the Blues, killing off the penalty, scoring on opportunities, and Pierre Turgeon, great hustle. Patrick Roy, I think, was going to try to make a play and try to come out and cut off Pierre Turgeon as he was breaking into the zone, but I think he got caught flat-footed, and Turgeon with a real smart play as he makes the play right in the center. He's going in, and watch him go past Patrick Roy. He knew he couldn't make this, just throwing it back out in front, and I believe it may have just hit somebody and went in. As we're going to see it from this angle, I believe it hit right in front there. That was maybe Hinote coming back on the play as Turgeon went back, threw it into the crease, and it hit right there in front of the net. And the Blues take a 2-1 lead. I believe it's going to be Turgeon's goal.
That's Turgeon's goal. I believe it was Podine who was there. But the Blues will take it. They lead it 2-1. Turgeon gets the goal at 16:21. So Turgeon has scored twice here in the second period. Now Hinote can't find the puck. Havanoff has it and clears it out. Bork takes over for Colorado. 3:10 remaining in the second period. Puts long pass. The length of the ice, they wave off icing as Turek plays the puck. In the corner, Messier tied up. Now the Blues take over. Eastwood up to Barteshko. He'll clear the puck down the ice. Back to touch it, Greg DeVries. A whistle icing the call against the Blues, who lead it 2-1. They have had a great second period here at the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado.
Cheap, fun.
Hi, I'm Fred from Dirt Cheap Beer and Liquor.
It's always a lot of fun at Dirt Cheap.
Yes, it's a lot of fun at Dirt Cheap, and we want you to have fun shopping for our moderate-priced wines of the world.
Cheap.
Yes, they're cheap, but our wines are also romantic, exciting, and perfect for every occasion. The more she drinks our wine, the better you'll look. We are the last refuge of the persecuted smoker, and we really are grateful for your business.
Cheap, fun.
Once again, the Savvis Intelligent IP Network is the #1 performing network in the world. Savvis surpassed AT&T, Sprint, UUNet, Quest, and 32 other service providers for this annual honor. Savvis earned the Winner's Cup, but the real winner is you. To be a winner in today's business world, rely on a winner. Savvis.
The new, more powerful BMW Roadsters.
Test drive the ultimate driving machine at your local BMW center.
Pierre Turgeon has scored his 5th and 6th goals of the season. And he'll be Dan McLaughlin's guest in our second intermission. We'll also have a regional sports update and highlights from what has been a great period for the Blues. The Blues have had 12 shots on goal in this period. Colorado has had only 1. Here's Chris Pronger. Well, the Blues were not as quick as Colorado in the first period. They have been all as quick as the Avalanche in this period. Heyduk's pass just wide. By the way, it was Milan Heyduk who deflected the puck into his net there as it was centered by Pierre Turgeon. We're down to 2:25 to go in the second period. The Blues are everywhere. Shot by Handzus, blocked by Clem. Pronger keeps it in. Hecht, Handzus, and Conroy on this forward line. Conroy with a puck, or Handzus rather with a puck. He's tied up. Hecht gets it loose. Forsberg is all over Hecht. Handzus trying to muscle his way away from Clem. Now it is Conroy with a puck. Back for Handzus. He braces himself as he's hit from behind. So does Forsberg, hit from behind by Hecht. Under 2 minutes remaining in the second period. This is Heyduk just flipping the puck in. Boy, the Blues taking over in this period, and they're out shooting Colorado 23-9. Back for the puck. Miller, he leaves it. Mayers tries to intercept, unable to. Highnote gets it ahead. Here's Sakic. He runs into Highnote, and Hill trying to clear, unable to. Then Finley spun down by Highnote. Sakic can't get a shot. The puck played by Finley up to Nash. Nash and Dimitra. Miller will take out Nash. Look at Waugh. Gets the puck ahead, and it's cleared out. Blues control at center ice. Shot back in by Hill. Now the Blues changing with 1:10 to go in the second period. Highnote up the right wing. Fires the puck in. Colorado needs a change. Here's Pronger for the Blues. Now 1 minute remaining in the second period. Drake gets the puck ahead too far. Played out by Foot. Blues. Pronger takes over. Whips it into the far corner. And Bork is back for Colorado. The Blues, of course, undefeated in their last 8 games. Only 1 loss in their last 13. And they've lost only 2 all season. Of course, they lost the opener in Phoenix. Here's Turgeon ahead for Drake. And he can't control, and the puck right to the net, gloved and held by Patrick Waugh with 29.9 seconds remaining in the second period. Let's tell you about the American Express Championship coming up next September at Belle Reef Country Club. Tiger Woods, who loves to be publicized in conjunction with all tournaments, leads a world-class field into our town, aiming for a first prize of $1 million. General admission tickets for the entire week are $200 each. Championship club tickets with terrific amenities are $325 each. They both go on sale Monday the 13th at 8 a.m. You can order toll-free at 866-WGC-2001 or online at Ticketmaster.com.
Tiger's not making enough money. He just wants to make a little more.
I'll tell you something. I think everybody admires Tiger Woods, and he may have a case for whatever he's unhappy about, but I don't think I'd scream too much about it.
No.
I'd be happy and behind the scenes straighten things out.
I'm just happy to be on the golf course.
That's right. Now 12 seconds to go in the period. Sakic for Colorado. Pass in offside, and the whistle stops the action with 7.4 seconds remaining in the second period.
Want to wish a very happy birthday to Joe Bolak, 1 year old today, and also Justin Bergman. I don't know, Justin's a little guy too. I don't know if he's still up tonight, but he's celebrating his birthday, so we want to wish happy birthday to those 2 young men.
Turgeon has scored twice here in the second, and the Blues lead it 2-1. Joe Seltzer has come by. Hi to his brother Scott, and a big hello to Rick and Jan Tremont. There are the face-offs. The Blues were way behind early, but they've dominated in every facet here in the second period.
Well, you look at that graphic there. That's why the Blues have taken control of this hockey game in the second period. Puck control. When you're winning face-offs, you have the puck. You don't have to get it back, and that's why the Blues have scored 2 goals in this period. Got outscored in the first.
Long shot, Bork. The save by Roman Turek, and that is the end of the second period here in Denver, Colorado. Hey, hockey fans, enjoy tonight's game with a cold Bud Light, because it won't fill you up and never let you down. So make it a Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. The Blues have a 2-1 lead. The second intermission is coming up next.
This National Sports Report Sports Break is brought to you by Universal Pictures' The Grinch.
Hi, I'm Lionel Bienvenu with this sports break for the National Sports Report. The National League Manager of the Year award was handed out today. We'll tell you who takes home the trophy. Vegas braces for another heavyweight title bout. We'll have the Lewis Tua weigh-in. And Jim Rome stopped by for another edition of Simply Rome. Don't want to miss what he has to say. This plus all the basketball coming up tonight on the National Sports Report.
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot.
Merry Christmas!
But the Grinch who lives just north of Whoville did not.
I must stop this Christmas from coming!
On November 17th, Universal Pictures and Imagine Entertainment present a Ron Howard film.
Oopsie.
Jim Carrey is...
Oh, somebody's fabulous!
The Grinch, rated PG.
Hot crowd, hot crowd.
At McDonald's, we've got a great way to get you going in the morning with our tasty breakfast bagels. Pick up a hearty steak, egg, and cheese bagel, a fluffy Spanish omelet bagel with sausage, or a classic ham, egg, and cheese bagel. We bake our bagels fresh and get them to you fast because we know you have places to go. 3 tasty breakfast bagels. Every morning should start so good.
Flight 417 to Phoenix is now boarding at gate 24. Thank you.
We're TWA. One mission. Yours.
Los Angeles, 1962. The Cold War is hot, and a family is forced underground by the Big One. 35 years pass. Society has adapted. Can one misfit from another era find love in the 90s?
Stop staring at me.
Brendan Fraser, Alicia Silverstone, Blast from the Past. See it this month on the new Encore, part of the Stars Encore Super Pack. Call now to order.
If you love movies, then you've got to get the Stars Encore Super Pack. 8 premium movie channels, hundreds of movies each month. All for just $10.99 a month. Call 1-800-333-DISH and order the Stars Encore Super Pack on Dish Network.
I know who did it.
New hit movies, Hollywood's biggest stars. You'll get great movies at a great value. Call 1-800-333-DISH and order the Stars Encore Super Pack.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
A matchup here in Denver tonight of arguably the 2 top teams in the National Hockey League, and the Blues are on top after 2-1. Pierre Turgeon downstairs with Dan.
Ken, thanks. Pierre Turgeon, 2 goals in this game. It's 2-1 St. Louis, and you guys gave up just 1 shot in that period. Obviously, you dominated the second period.
Well, we played a better second period, and obviously the first period we played it was a terrible period, and we talk about it between the first and second, and it was a big effort in the second, but we need to win that third one too.
1 goal lead heading into the third period against arguably the best team in the National Hockey League. What do you have to do in the final 20 minutes?
Obviously, they're a really good hockey team, and you want to respect them as far as the skill offensively, what they have, and make sure we jam the neutral zone. We're back in their zone, and then we'll just get that puck out, make sure we don't give too many 3-on-2s or 2-on-1s, and we'll be okay.
Great start, and keep it up.
Thanks, Dan.
That's Pierre Turgeon, 2 goals now with 6 this season. Let's go back upstairs to Ken.
And we remind you that guests on Blues Hockey do receive a gift certificate to Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. Visit any of their 5 St. Louis area locations. Sports news coming up, highlights and more. Stay with us.
Hey, Mr. Two-Belt, why don't you change your oil every 3,000 miles? And remember, women know when you lie. Look, missing an oil change is like giving a woman a vacuum cleaner for her birthday. You know better. Come on, consider the risk. This is reformulated Quaker State. Protection beyond 3,000 miles under any driving conditions. Can you say insurance? Because I could say I told you so. Reformulated Quaker State. It's been tested. It works. What more do you need to know?
Always check pants for jackpots before doing laundry. Brought to you by the Casino Queen, home of the loosest slot. Period.
I know when all is said and done, there's only one. Time keeps on moving on, but the good things never change. The joy of living, joy of life, joy of laughing, joy of sight, joy of cola in your life.
I'm Rob Nikolewski. Coming up tonight on the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, KU opens the regular season tonight playing in Madison Square Garden against UCLA. We'll show you how Coach Roy's team did. And it's the biggest game of the year for K-State. The Wildcats taking on mighty Nebraska on Saturday. We'll hear from the Cats. All that plus the Rams, the Chiefs, and highlights of tonight's Blues game. So over 30 minutes of sports, 100% dedicated to Midwest home teams. Tune in to the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report tonight.
This place is so dull. I gotta get out of here. I need some action.
How you doing, everybody?
Hi, Al.
How you doing?
Your usual Mr. Rabowski?
Of course. What else? Now, this feels like home. But, you know, something seems like it's missing. Hot shots. You're always a winner at hot shots.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Potash. We'll get back to the Blues and Avs game in a minute, but first, let's talk a little Rams football. St. Louis isn't exactly limping into Giant Stadium on Sunday, but the Rams are definitely hurting, and quarterback Trent Green knows New York is a very tough place to win.
Crazy up there. It's definitely going to be a playoff-type atmosphere, and having played in that division for 4 years, I know what the New York fans are all about, and the fact that both teams are sitting atop their divisions, it's definitely going to be a very loud crowd, and it's going to be a fun game.
Moving on to college football, Kansas State and Nebraska doesn't have the same luster that it had before the season, but despite only 2 losses, the Wildcats must win this game.
It's really a big game for us. You know, this is one game that we anticipated all year, and we feel like this is what it all comes down to. We know Nebraska has a great team over there. We know we're gearing up every day in practice for them, and we know it's going to be all-out war.
We've got to go out and we've got to execute the same way, and we've got to be the same team, the same physical team that we were last week, and we've got to put up the numbers and the big plays, and we've got to execute.
For 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, more on the Rams and Giants, and Kevin Carter is starting again. We'll hear from him at 11 o'clock. Coming up next, Ken Wilson and Bernie Perdico have your second period highlights right after this.
Definitely have more important things to worry about than their cars. That's why Dobbs now carries quality Cooper tires. Cooper tires offer driving safety and smooth riding comfort at a lower cost than other major brands. Don't you have more important things to worry about than your car? Then come to Dobbs.
Hey, you've been there, haven't you? You wonder, did I make that last deposit? Can I write a check today? Do I feel lucky? Look, you shouldn't have to guess. This is the information age. So check your account on the internet, free from Commerce Bank. See what's cleared, what hasn't, 24 hours a day. Call them or visit their website. And then you can depend on internet banking instead of your luck. Hey, it's your money.
Introducing the 2001 Hyundai Sonata. It comes with the freedom of the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty plan, and a very long list of standard features. At just $15,934, it's a very sophisticated way to go.
It's everything you get with the vehicle for the price. It's what builds value.
Get the 2001 Sonata for just $15,934 at your Hyundai dealer today.
Los Angeles, 1962. The Cold War is hot, and a family is forced underground by the Big One. 35 years pass. Society has adapted. Can one misfit from another era find love in the 90s?
Stop staring at me.
All right. Brendan Fraser, Alicia Silverstone, Blast from the Past. See it this month on the new Encore, part of the Stars Encore Super Pack. Call now to order.
Hello, Sydney. Welcome to the final act.
There's one mystery more terrifying than you know. There's one secret that can never be revealed until the end.
Help me, I do!
What do you know about trilogies?
All I know about movie trilogies is that in the third one, all bets are off.
Scream 3. Rated R.
NFL This Morning. Sunday at 9 on Fox Sports Net.
Here in Denver, the Blues will take a 2-1 lead into the third period with Bernie Federko. I'm Ken Wilson, welcoming you back. A battle arguably of the two best teams in the league. The Blues definitely dominated every way in the second period, and they get 2 goals from Pierre Turgeon.
Clearly their best period ever in this building, and they got ahead real quickly here. A nice tying goal. Turgeon with the rebound there from Young. A power play goal that tied it at 1. And then this a lucky goal here as this shot came back. It hit Hayduk, and then it went into the empty net. So Pierre Turgeon with both goals.
Party's summary: Turgeon from Young and Dimitra, Turgeon from Havanoff, and the shots 24-10 Blues. Colorado only 2 shots on goal, the fewest shots they've had in any period so far this season. This one, however, would appear to be a long way from over. Stay right here. The third period is coming up next.
Whoa, what was that?
My mom's bowling ball.
Can you believe, Blue? Buy 1 ticket, get 1 free with the Pepsi can, November 21st.
Go Blues, baby! Do the Blues dance!
In 1923, homes in this neighborhood sold for around $10,000. Today, they sell for $300,000 plus. Nice neighborhood. Brick. The natural choice.
The all-new Ford Focus is really turning heads. But there's lots more to admire than just its styling. Focus has the most interior space in its class. It's fully equipped, gets great gas mileage, and comes with a very attractive deal, low 2.9 financing. No wonder Focus is the 2000 North American Car of the Year. It's definitely worth a look. Ford Focus at your quality Ford store on both sides of the river.
Coming up next on Fox Sports Net. It's 30 minutes dedicated to the Midwest sports scene. The 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. Next on Fox Sports Net, followed by The Last Word with Jim Rome.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No school. No rules.
Hey, look out!
Endless possibility.
I'm going to ask my friends here to give me just a little push. I said a little what?
Oh, no.
But one man
No plowman.
could ruin it all. Chevy Chase.
Kids, as unpredictable as the weather.
Chris Elliott. Snow Day. Dish Entertainment Magazine brings home the best in entertainment to keep you tuned in to all of your favorite programs. From sci-fi to drama, to mystery, to comedy, we'll show you a world of entertainment that's open to you. It's not just entertainment, but a complete listing of all your favorite programs and networks scheduled on the Dish Network. There's something for everyone, and best of all, it's only $3.95 per month. To order, call 1-800-333-DISH today. Dish Entertainment Magazine. Don't stay home without it.
You're watching Fox Sports Net.
Blues hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Jack in the Box. 2 million antenna balls can't be wrong. By your local Hyundai dealers. And by Auto Tire. We'll win you with great prices. We'll keep you with great service. Welcome back to the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. And the Blues have themselves the lead. Suburban Journal's Old Newsboy Night coming up when the Blues return home a week from the night against Pittsburgh. You make a donation to Old Newsboys at the game and receive a commemorative Blues edition of the Old Newsboys issue. And you may get one autographed by honorary chairman Pierre Turgeon. Tickets available for next Thursday's night in most price ranges at all Ticketmaster outlets. And we turn to tonight's trivia question brought to you by Dobbs. Which goaltender recorded one or more shutouts for 19 straight seasons and leads the NHL in career shutouts? That is our trivia question for tonight. We've got two great ones here, Roman Turek and Patrick Waugh, and we have ourselves a dandy of a hockey game.
How about a hint? Can we give a hint?
We'll give a hint. He also had a lot of victories.
Yes, he did, but not the most.
No, not the most. Here's Sakic shooting it in. He's on with Tanguay and also Podine. And the puck belongs to Turgeon. Now to Drake. Blues 9-0 this season when they lead going into the third period. Foot has the puck. Now Drake intercepts, centers for Turgeon, tipped away. This is Alex Tanguay. And Sakic shoots the puck in, and both clubs are changing half a minute into the third period here in Denver. Again, the Blues winless here in their last 7 games. 6 losses and a tie. Only 4 goals scored in those 7. Pronger stops the first man, Forsberg, runs into the second high note. Eastwood leaves the puck, stolen by Hayduke. Pronger after it, pokes it out. Well, nice to have that long reach, isn't it? Here is Skula. Boy, he's a good-looking young player. He's only 20. Dan Skula playing regular on a great team in the NHL at age 20. And there is an icing call against Colorado. Back to our Dobbs Auto Tire trivia question. Which goalie recorded one or more shutouts for 19 straight seasons? The legendary Terry Sawchuk, 102 career shutouts. That could be a record that may never be broken, and he was a good one. He was a classic stand-up goaltender.
Yes, he was. Patrick Waugh with only 49 career shutouts. More victories than Terry Sawchuk now, but Roman Turek, we look at him, he has 10 career shutouts.
Sawchuk was a great one, and of course played in the era with no face masks. And Bernie, I can't tell you how many games I saw Terry Sawchuk play in person, not to even mention TV. And when I think back now, I'm excited to remember so many of those games and have had the opportunity to see him on a regular basis. He was unbelievably terrific. Now it's Jochen Hesch. That was back in the 30s, by the way.
I thought 20s.
I thought you played against him. What are you talking about? Here's Hanzus with a puck in the air, and he gets belted down. Now an opportunity, and the Avalanche able to clear the puck out. Hill gives the puck to Finley. 2 veterans teamed on defense, and Hill has it again. Up to Conroy. He'll shoot it in. Conroy, Hesht, and Hanzus on the line. 2 fresh defensemen out for the Blues. Hanzus with a puck, and it scuffs off the heel of his stick. Colorado at center ice. Dingman Reed slowed up, and the puck shot in offside, and that stops the action here early in the third period.
Well, Terry Sawchuk was a great one, Kenny. You talked about him. I never did see him play except on TV. As you see, the 2 great goaltenders here. We got a flashback. There is Terry Sawchuk in goal there. The Detroit Red Wings, and as you can see there's the no mask and a little different style, a little more stand up. And of course, the picture's a lot better now. There was his time in Toronto with the Maple Leafs. TV was a little different back then too, wasn't it, Kenny?
Yeah, a little bit different. There was one with the first sequence. Marty Pavlich was the player in front of him. The second sequence there, people who go back to the old days, that was Ted Lindsay wearing number 15, although in his career he wore number 7. Good save there, and Messier can't handle the rebound. I could sit all night long watch some of that old-time footage. Here's Tyson Nash, and that's not to take anything away from the game today, because everybody admits the players are better today than they ever have been. Waugh whips the puck off the glass into the crowd, and a stoppage in play. And we go down to a true old-timer, Dan McLaughlin.
Thanks a lot, Ken.
Speaking of old-timers, how about Ray Bourque? One of the great stories this season in the National Hockey League has to be number 77 of the Colorado Avalanche. This is his 21st NHL season, and Ray Bourque is going strong. The all-time assist leaders, and Ray Bourque is in the top 5. Now, he'll turn 40 in December. He's 39 right now, 40 in December, and he had 10 points in his first 15 games. And that's a look back at Ray Bourque when he was acquired by the Avalanche from a year ago. He, of course, scored his 400th career goal in an Avalanche uniform. We were talking to people today at the skate, and many believe that Ray Bourque could play until he's 45. He runs marathons. He stays in great shape. He has the puck now, and he's playing 26 minutes a game, guys. That's hard to believe at the age of 39. Back to you.
Here's a shot and a save by Turek. In the last few seasons with expansion, players again are starting to play to a little bit older age, and it depends a lot on the opportunities, and certainly Ray Bourque is somewhat unusual playing at age 39.
Yes, he is, and look at those numbers. Still looking for that elusive dream. One of the reasons he came over to Colorado, he still does not want a Stanley Cup. Been an all-star all 21 seasons that he's played in the National Hockey League, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to be one again this year, but he's been pretty quiet tonight. The Blues have done a good job keeping him out of the play. He usually likes to jump up with the play, and he really has not been flashy at all by any means tonight.
On the face-off, Sakic and Turgeon. Turgeon, 2 goals in the second period, and the Blues lead it here in Denver 2-1. Al McInnes. Pronger takes a stick in the face as the Blues send the puck down the ice, and not very happy with that stick from Dan Heinold. Bourque touches the puck, icing against the Blues.
And how happy do you think Ray Bourque is right now, seeing that Mike Keenan took over in Boston? How happy do you think he'd be?
He would have not liked some of the workouts, and probably wouldn't have liked the approach, should we say.
I would say that for sure, but he's had a great career, and yeah, it's amazing, Kenny, you talked about the difference now. When I retired 10 years ago, I was 33 years old, and I was really one of the older players in the league, but with the expansion, with the first expansion, now the second expansion, players continue to play longer. They continue to make a hell of a lot more money than we make.
more jobs, Bernie, when you get expansion. And of course, when they used to have 6 teams and in the late 60s and went to 12, all of a sudden journeyman minor leaguers became NHLers, and it's always been the case when you get a spurt of expansion, the age of the players in the league goes up in terms of average age, as it has the last few seasons, and also you see more older players. As you pointed out, it's changed just since you retired. As the Blues fire the puck in, Young on the boards, gets checked. Blues lead 2-1. Puck to center ice. Forsberg a pass, doesn't go anywhere, and McInnes flips the puck into the corner. Patrick Waugh likes to wander. The Blues are changing. Adam Foote gets hit hard by Drake. Then Sakic takes over. Forsberg will come back for the puck. He'll give it to Bourque. Blues are changing. Bourque, long shot, and the save by Turek, and it wasn't easy. Coming up to the 4-minute mark, third period. Neither team has scored in the period. The Blues lead it 2-1. Reed hitting Dimitra, taking the puck. Yell trying to work in, does to Reed. Man in front, Messier. They score! Eric Messier, and it's 2-2.
This one again, Kenny, because I don't know if that pass made it through. I don't know if maybe Eastwood knocked it in. Eastwood was coming back on the back check. The pass from Reed was elevated. We're going to see it again here. The pass was in the air here. Now it looked like Messier did get a piece of it. It was in the air, and he was able to bat it in on the backhand. A nice play by Reed. The pass there, you'll see right there, the stick of Eric Messier knocking that right out of the air, and just down underneath that right catching glove of Roman Turek.
Eric Messier gets his first goal of the season. He's usually a defenseman. With injuries, he's been forced to play up on the wing. Blues shoot the puck in. We're 4 minutes into the third, tied at 2. This has been all anyone would have projected here in Denver tonight between probably the 2 best teams in the league. Puck kept in by Clem, intercepted by Hesch. Hesch's pass to Hanzus. The linesman does a somersault, falls down, and a good save by Waugh, and he covers up on the backhander by Michael Hanzus.
The National Sports Report. It features news, opinions, and highlights from a fresh perspective. Coming up at midnight, Simply Rome, the Joe Smith decision. That's the NBA. And, of course, down in Amelia Island, Florida, the Major League Baseball general managers meeting to wrap up. Get all the sports news tonight at midnight on the National Sports Report.
This is, we're going to look at the goal again. This is a good play by the Avalanche. As you see Dave Reed going by there, and his pass, even though it's in the air, Mike Eastwood with good position on Messier, but Messier was able to get to that puck first and batted past Roman Turek.
3:50, the time of Messier's first from Reed and Yell. So we've got ourselves a hockey game. Here is McInnes sending the puck around behind the net. This is Miller. Losing the puck, Nash, now to Mayers. Out in front, you have Lowe. And Sakic ends up with a puck to Miller. He'll clear it down the ice. McInnes will chase after it. This is going to be icing and a whistle against Colorado. 15:21 to go in the third period, tied at 2.
We keep showing you the linesmen and how much work they do out there back and forth. So important to drop the puck flat, and we'll check it out here. See the puck drop right flat there, right there in the corner of your picture there. A great job there by the camera crew there. See how that puck dropped flat? When it drops flat, the guy with the quickest speed usually ends up with the puck, and that's where we talk about how important the faceoffs have been. The Blues dominated the faceoffs in the second period, consequently scored 2 goals.
Was it the veteran linesman, was it Dan Shakti we were talking to the other night, who told us the key is to spin it?
Spin it a little bit. Hold it, and when you drop it, you spin it, and it hits flat.
There's skill to everything.
Absolutely.
Some can do it well, and I imagine that's one of the criteria. And getting to the NHL as a linesman, you've got to be able to spin it and drop it flat consistently. Yell over far side. Blues intercept. Here's Tyson Nash centering. Clem intercepts, banks the puck off the glass down the ice. Hill goes back. The shots tonight favoring the Blues 25-14. But Foote and Messier have scored for Colorado. In between their goals, a pair for Pierre Turgeon. DeVries a pass. It'll go the length of the ice. Finley touches the puck. And another icing against Colorado. Boy, we'd love to tell you about the Blues Skate for Miracles. It's one of the great charity events that the Blues are involved in every season. And this Blues Skate for Miracles is coming up Sunday the 19th, 4 o'clock, out at the USI Sports Complex in Chesterfield. You get a chance to skate with the Blues. There'll be photos and auction and a whole lot more. And, of course, proceeds will benefit the Children's Miracle Network. That phone number right there, 314-434-6880 for information or how you can purchase tickets for the Blues Skate for Miracles.
Pierre Turgeon out there looking for a hat trick tonight. He has both the St. Louis goals. Let's take a look at the face-off here. Let's see if we can get a good look at the drop of this puck. Let's see if it's spinning here, Kenny, and see if it lands flat.
You're going to have the good eyes to see it spinning. Yeah, it was spinning perfectly and came down flat, Bernie, and I think I saw Gary Bettman's name at the top of the puck when it hit. Wow. Here's Forsberg. This is a fast game. He's out there with Podine and Hayduke. Hayduke gets the puck off his skates in front, and Forsberg's shot goes wide. Turgeon with a puck for the Blues, gives it to Pronger. The young Blues captain leaves the puck for Turgeon. He'll flip it in. He centers Young and Drake. Bork back. Whacks the puck all the way to center ice to Podine, who gets smacked by Pronger. Turgeon loses the puck. Forsberg in. The pass, the shot. Great save. Rebound. Oh, baby. Oh, what a save by Turek. Puck kept in only for a moment by Bork. Loose at center ice. And Bork controls. Gives the puck up to Drake. Over to Pronger. Ahead for Young, who tips it in. And both teams are changing. Long pass to Tanguay. Back to Foote. Over to Bork. Oh, boy. Turek has not seen a lot of shots tonight, but he really has had some huge saves. Now the Blues get the puck in.
Sorry, Ken. We talked about that even again in the game against Toronto. A lot harder a lot of times when you're not facing a lot of shots. It's harder to stay in the game. And he's been great tonight.
Finley over to Conroy. Now the puck shot in by the veteran Mike Eastwood. Eastwood, Hesht, and Conroy. Colorado with possession, trying to get out of their own zone. They do. And here's Skula. He'll flip the puck in over the net and wide of it. Salvador trying to clear. Dave Reed knocks the puck down. Hesht takes him, and McInnes gets the puck.
We're 8 seconds short of the 7-minute mark, period 3. Long shot by Reed Lowe, caught by Patrick Waugh. He loses the puck. Reed Lowe scores. It's unbelievable. Lowe scores, and the Blues take the lead, 3-2. How about that?
One wrap against Patrick Waugh. Sometimes he overhandles the puck too much. He wants to be a defenseman. What a giveaway here, but a smart play by Reed Lowe, his first career NHL goal. As he continues to go, Patrick Waugh just manned on it, and Reed Lowe able to get his slap shot here. We're going to see it again. Watch Patrick Waugh. He just whiffs on this as he goes to try to pass it up the middle. He just missed it. Reed Lowe kept going to the net and just able to punch this into the open side of the net. What a play there. What a mistake by Patrick Waugh. And Reed Lowe, what a reaction by not only Lowe, but look at the reaction by Patrick Waugh as this game was anybody's game, and that maybe put the Blues over the edge.
First point in the National Hockey League for Reed Lowe. An unassisted goal at the 7-minute mark of the 3rd period. You never know what's going to make the difference in a tight contest. Now the Blues in their own zone. Messier to Dave Reed to Yell, and he fires wide of the post. Clem keeps the puck in. He and Pratt are on defense. Here's Messier to Yell. He gets hit. The puck shot out by Sean Hill. The Blues are changing. There's 12:25 to go in the 3rd. The Blues by a goal. Long shot by Dave Reed. Good save by Turek. Blues Drake rink wide with the pass to Pronger. Now to Drake, over to Young. Young slowed up, grabbed on the arm by Foot. Trying to get the puck to the point, can't. Grabbed again by Foot. Bergeau's in front of the net. Drake can't get the puck away from Forsberg, and it's Ray Bourque. His pass ahead, knocked away, and the puck kicked in by Chris Dingman. Pronger chases him. Puck centered. Havanoff whips it up to Drake. Here's Dallas Drake. He'll shoot the puck in, and the Blues change on the fly. Colorado doing the same. The Blues out shooting the Avalanche 26-16, and the Blues lead it 3-2. That pass will go the length of the ice. Quickly back Salvador, icing the call against the Avalanche. The Blues by a goal. Reed Lowe, the difference right here with this goal against Patrick Waugh. We have 11:33 to go in the 3rd period.
Flush with the success of their 1999 hit Ultimate Cheeseburger, JT, EJ, TJ, TK, and the other EJ returned to the studio to produce $1.99 for a limited time.
$1.99 for a limited time. $1.99. It's so meat and cheesy. Ultimate Cheeseburger. It's just $1.99.
Can we fix that? Hey, what's happening, B? Nothing. Just chilling. Watching the game. Having a bud. What's up with... Hey, hold on a second. Hello?
What's that?
Yo, hold up. Hello? So what's up, B? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud.
I'm Rob Nicoleski. Up next on the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, KU opens the regular season tonight, playing in Madison Square Garden against UCLA. We'll show you how Coach Roy's team did. And it's the biggest game of the year for K-State. The Wildcats taking on mighty Nebraska on Saturday. We'll hear from the Cats. All that, plus the Rams, the Chiefs, and highlights of tonight's Blues game. So for 30 minutes of sports news, 100% dedicated to Midwest home teams, tune in to the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. Up next.
The Commerce Bank big save of the night. A big one here by Roman Turek. The pass to Hayduk, the first save. And look at this. Adam Foote trailing Roman Turek with a big save. That is our Commerce Bank big save of the night.
And not long after that, the misfire on a clearing effort by Patrick Waugh into an open net. Reed Lowe scores his first NHL goal. In fact, his first NHL point. That's the difference. 11:20 remaining. A lot of time to go. Puck tipped in by Barteshko. Now Dimitra will get to it. Barteshko, Dimitra, and Eastwood. Miller's on the back of Eastwood. Bartesko gets the puck loose to Dimitra, trying to fight his way away from Dan Skula. Now Dimitra gets back up. Forsberg comes through. Eastwood ends up with a puck out to McInnes. He'll let her go. Pad save by Waugh. Skula up the boards. Hayduke with a puck. Now to Forsberg to Bodine. Colorado changing. Puck comes behind the net. Dimitra back, rams it off the glass down the ice. Retreating is John Clem. Puck stopped short of icing. Both teams are changing. Here's Greg DeVries. Back for the puck is Conroy. He'll lose it to DeVries. He can't force it in, and Conroy's pass a beauty to Hesh. He'll fire the puck in the corner. Waugh comes out, clears the puck, and it banks off the boards out to Sean Hill. Here's Jeff Finley. Too far for Hanzus. DeVries a pass ahead. Sakic, nice play. Tangay. He's slowed up. Finley gets the puck, gives it to Conroy. His pass fails to get out. Sakic unable to control. Back at his own line, DeVries. Under 10 minutes to go in the third. Sakic fails to get around Hill. Here's Hesh on the wing for Mayers. Clem is back. Mayers hit by Clem. Big hit there on Hesh from the point. Hill playing the puck behind the net. And up the boards, DeVries fires it. Hill trying to keep the puck in. Can't. Sakic on top of him, and the referee blows the whistle. 3-2, Blues lead here in the third.
Wake up to Hardee's, treat yourself right. The best tasting biscuits in the good morning light.
Hardee's, America's best tasting biscuits. Now get 2 Hardee's made from scratch sausage and egg biscuits for just $2. 2 for $2 for a limited time.
Gonna bounce in for breakfast. Nobody can match. Biscuits are Hardee's, made fresh from scratch, just like Mama did.
Welcome to the Crown Hotel. Allow us to show you to your room. Take care of every need. Suggest some amazing sights. And of course, you'll need some help with your bags. The Crown Hotel at the Casino Queen, directly across from the Gateway Arch. Call now for reservations. And ask about the Blues Special, featuring 2 Blues hockey tickets with a night stay.
Now more than ever, people are thinking about tire safety. At Auto Tire, we know your safety is riding on us. That's why we sell Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal, the most trusted brands, all at Auto Tire's bottom line price. And because safety also rides on quality service, we specialize in lifetime brakes, computerized alignments, and more. Your safety has always been important at Auto Tire, and it always will be. At Auto Tire, we'll win you with great prices, we'll keep you with great service.
The Blues lead 3-2. Patrick Waugh loves to handle the puck. In fact, he likes to try to score goals, which I disagree with. You're a goalie, you're supposed to stop him. He almost scored one there, but he made a big mistake in this game as he gave up a big goal, a clearing pass that he did not convert.
Here's a shot by Parker wide, and a glove save there by Turgeon, and now the Blues are after Parker. Here's Nash grabbing Yell. Of course, that's Reed Lowe. He and Big Scott Parker fought earlier in this game in the second period, and now they're able to pull them apart. The difference in the game, a misplay by Patrick Waugh and a Reed Lowe goal here in the third.
You can't make mistakes like this in a game, and Patrick Waugh, as I said, loves to handle the puck, and here just a huge mistake. He tried to outsmart Reed Lowe, who kept coming at him, and then he missed the play. As you see there, he just banned on it. Reed Lowe just punched that into the empty net. A big goal, the biggest goal, obviously, in Reed Lowe's life. It's his first and only goal in the National Hockey League. He's had a fight tonight, so what a night this has been for Reed Lowe.
Good comparison.
But who did he get his first goal against? Patrick Waugh. That'll be a trivia question that he tells his grandkids, and I guarantee you it'll be the best goal of all time. He stick handled through 3 guys, made a great move, and deked Patrick Waugh and put it in on the far side.
That's how it'll undoubtedly be told years from now.
It's nice to see, though, all the hard work he puts in, the hours and hours that he puts in after practice doing the extra skating. He's there for the reason. We all know what the reason is. he's the enforcer on this team, but it's always nice to see those guys chip in and score goals because it sure makes them feel good. It makes them feel that the extra stuff that they do does not go unrewarded.
We mentioned the Blues winless in their last 7 here, scoring only 4 goals in the last 7 games in Colorado. So to have 3 tonight is quite a milestone. McKinnon fires the puck in far corner. Bork back to get it. He and Foot on defense. Forsberg looks for the pass and takes it. He's on with Hayduk and Messier. Over to Messier and Pronger there. Can't get the puck out. Forsberg keeps it in. Here's Eric Messier. He has 1 of Colorado's 2 goals. Pronger around the boards. Foot moves in. Checked by Young. Forsberg. Wait. He was about ready to make a good move, and Pronger says, That's why you want Pronger out there against Forsberg as much as you can. You've got Turgeon and Forsberg in a matchup of 2 great centers. Blues just trying to get the puck out. Finally do. Turgeon beaten to it by another number 77, Ray Bork. At center ice, Havanoff with the puck. Both teams are changing. 8.5 minutes remaining here in the third, and the Blues lead the Avalanche 3-2. Both of these clubs coming in with only 2 losses all season. Eastwood trying to shoot the puck in. Finally, it's fired in by Barteshko, who's on with Eastwood and Dimitra. Finley moves in, gets the puck to Dimitra. Backhander blocked. What a play by Skula. And the puck controlled by Alex Kangay. His pass ahead too far. Havanoff whistles the puck back in. 8 minutes remaining in regulation. The Blues by a goal here at the Pepsi Center in Denver. Skula again, harassed by Dimitra. I'll take Skula and watch him develop. Boy, he'd be a nice player to have. Ahead, Sakic. He's in. He shoots. He scores! Joe Sakic ties it at 3.
We talked about great speed. Joe Sakic with great speed. We talked about before the game that he started feeling better. He started playing a lot better the last 3 or 4 games. And he's had a great game tonight. Made a great play to Adam Foot on the Avs first goal. But here just pulls away from Jeff Finley. The quick shot there and just caught Roman Turk moving and was able to get right in between the pads. But he's got quick feet. He's got a great wrist shot. And that one he fired quick. Was able to get it in between the pads of Roman Turk. And we're again tied.
Here's Al McInnes. He shoots the puck in. So Joe Sakic with his 5th goal of the season. And the Blues, Conroy with a puck. 7.5 minutes remaining. Tied at 3. Probably the 2 best teams in the league in this battle. Here's Messier shooting the puck in. Turek stops it. Plays it up the boards. And out to center ice. Sakic, number 5 from Kangay and Skula. At 12:15, Skula did a good job in his own end, as we were discussing, to make that play. And they got from one end to the other in a hurry. Now the Blues get the puck back in. Played over to Yell as the teams change on the fly. Yell blasts it into the corner. Nice work there by the Blues Mayers. His pass too far for Lowe. The puck goes the length of the ice. Back to touch it. Here's Ray Bork. 6:50 to go in the third. The Blues and the Avalanche tied at 3. Meanwhile, let's tell you about the big weekend of college football. Saturday, the pregame show presented by Rivals.com at 10:30. Then a quadruple header. First Houston and East Carolina. Then Fresno State and number 18 TCU. Then the Big 12 showdown, 4th-rated Nebraska and 16th ranked Kansas State. After that, to the Pac-10 and the 10th-rated Oregon State Beavers against the Arizona Wildcats. That's all right here this Saturday on Fox Sports Net.
Joe Sakic, great speed, quick wrist shot, and it brings the Avalanche back to even at 3. And Sakic has had a real good game tonight. And he's showing the signs of getting out of that slump that he had over the last course of last year and the first part of this year.
Anything goes now. 6:40 remaining. Young whips the puck into the corner. Bork back. Up for Hayduk. Blues try to keep it in and do, but not for long. Forsberg with a puck. Slowed up by Young. Here's Scott Young. Back to Alexei Havanoff. Over to Chris Pronger. Both clubs changing players. Pronger to Havanoff. His pass ahead. And Drake trying to shoot the puck in. Stopped from behind. still battles on and does get it in. The team's continuing to change. Here's Raymond Bork, just over 6 minutes to go in regulation here in Denver. High note sends the puck in. Salvador to the corner, whacks it ahead over Miller's head. The puck will go the length of the ice. Skula back to touch it. Play stopped, 5:54 to go. 3-3, the Blues and Avalanche. This is exciting and tight. Back in a moment.
32-75.
I didn't bring my purse.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
It did look good on her. Whirlpool Gold, Even Cook, Easy Touch and Almond, Maytag Gemini, Frigidaire Speed Bake. That's all 250 of them.
What was that 12th one again?
All the name brands at a guaranteed low price. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Jump to the Vince departure. Pick up in aisle 2.
See an appliance today? Take it home today. Why buy anywhere else? Lowe's, improving home improvement.
It changed the rules. And with each innovation...
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately, you can get low 0.9 financing for 60 months on 2000 Dodge Dakota and Dodge Durango. You can now save over $4,000 on Dakota and save more than $5,600 on Durango. You can still get 0.9 shorter-term financing on 2001 Dodge Ram or up to $2,000 cash allowance.
Magnum Power. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
There's a look at 31-year-old Joe Sakic. He has tied this game up. His third goal in his last 3 games. 12 points, 5 goals, 7 assists. As of late, he's been on fire, and here's a replay of the game-tying goal at 3 as he beat Roman Turek to tie it up at 3. And Bernie, he got off to a very slow start. We talked about it earlier. If you date back his last 30 games, he had 1 even-strength goal. And that dates back to playoff game number 1 of last year, but a lot of off-ice distractions for Joe Sakic.
Absolutely, Danny, and you know what? There's the finer things in life. We'll get a chance to talk about it in a little while after the play here, but it's been a rough start for him this season, and we'll tell you why in a few minutes.
Here's Hesh flipping the puck ahead. Conroy overskates it, recovers, and Colorado takes over. Here is Sakic. The Tanguay, poke check by McInnes. Puck goes along the boards. Hanzus flips it out. 5:25 to go in the third. Blues and Avalanche tied at 3. Hanzus gets the puck, flips it in. Now the team's changing on the fly. The Blues have 27 shots on goal tonight. Colorado has 18. The Blues have been outshot here in the third period, 8-3. Pronger gets the puck ahead. It's Al McInnes. His pass tipped away from Turgeon, but right back to Scott Young. Young flips the puck in. It gets by Bork. Here's Turgeon. Centering! Oh, and Drake can't get a shot on net. Peter Forsberg. Under 5 to go in regulation. On Pronger. Meanwhile, Young takes a man down. No call. And the puck at the point gets by Miller. He'll scamper back into his own end. Both teams are changing. This huge crowd in Denver feels there should have been a penalty against the Blues. There have not been all that many penalties in this game. Now the Blues are offside. We're down to 4:28 to go in the third. Tied at 3. Blues baseball cap night, sponsored by Pepsi, coming up Saturday the 18th. The Buffalo Sabres will be at Savvis Center. The first 15,000 of you with a paid admission receive a free Blues baseball cap, courtesy of Pepsi. Tickets still available from $30 to $70 at Savvis Center and all Ticketmaster locations.
You see Chris Dingman on the right hand of your screen, or right side of your screen there, going down there. Maybe a little bit of dive. That's what the crowd wanted to call on, but they didn't get it. So the referee's doing a good job there, because that definitely was a dive to me.
Here is Skula back. He's on defense with Foote now. He's in a battle with Eastwood in front of the net. And I mean a battle. Long pass at center ice for Messier. He'll shovel the puck in. Turek out. Messier knocks the puck down. Messier, Yell, and Podine for Colorado. Eastwood, Mayers, and Nash for the Blues. Where's the puck? It comes loose. This is Eric Messier, run to the boards. Now Podine bumped. Podine tied up by Eastwood. 3:47 to go, 3-3. This has been a seesaw battle, and finally the puck held and play stopped. Let's turn to our Postnet fan poll. You had an opportunity to log on to stlouisblues.com and tell us which Olympic hockey program you think is better poised to win the gold medal in 2002 in Salt Lake City. And you wisely picked the USA, although I think people figure it's anybody's guess at this point.
Definitely the United States and Canada should have some bit of a little bit of head start, especially when the game is going to be played in Salt Lake City, which should have a partisan crowd here when you've got it playing in your home country. So I like the idea of the U.S. They've got a lot of good talent, too.
Now the face-off, the Blues. Turgeon wins it from Sackett. Then a pass by McInnes knocked down. Here's Stronger. Now the pass will go the length of the ice. It'll be icing against the Blues. You were talking earlier with Dan about Joe Sackett.
You know, as an athlete, everybody watches just the things that you do on the ice all the time. And with Joe Sackett, very difficult for him. His wife was pregnant with twins. A lot of complications during the pregnancy, as you see a lot of times with twins. But she gave birth in the second weekend of the season. He was carrying a pager with him on all the road trips through training camp, through exhibition. So I think a big weight off his shoulder. Ended up having a boy and a girl. So he has now two little boys and a girl. So what a great story. And I think probably having two little ones at home has probably affected his play somewhat too. Not as much sleep as he's probably used to now with the twins. So he's starting to feel better and obviously starting to play better.
Young, a long shot, and Waugh makes the save. Put on the rebound. High note ends up with a puck. Over here to Tangay. And the shot goes wide. Turgeon will go into the corner. McInnes and Salvador out there. McInnes was just out in the shift with Pronger. Now he gets a shift with Salvador. And it's Dallas Drake to Turgeon, who's scored twice. Reed Lowe has the other Blues goal. And the puck cleared out. Played by the Blues at center ice. Foot. Messier and Sakic has scored for Colorado. Another save there for Waugh. And the puck shot in by Chris Dingman. We're down to 2:40 to go. 3-3 in the third. Blues lose the puck. Here's Hayduk. Watch out for him. Tries to stuff it and can't get it past Turret. Hesh getting the puck to Eastwood. Right wing to Conroy. He'll take a shot that goes behind the net. Dingman gets the puck. Clears it ahead. Here's Hayduk. Over to Skula. Not bashful about moving up. Colorado is changing. Blues go after the puck. Conroy has it. He's got a little room. Then Pronger is tripped up by Forsberg behind the play. At center ice, Hecht, he'll fire it in. Both teams are trying to change. We're in the third period. 2 minutes to go. 3-3, the Blues and Avalanche. Out at center ice. Sean Podine ahead to Stefan Yell with Eric Messier. Back for the puck. It's McInnes up the boards. Tipped out by Dimitra. Here's Podine back in his own end. Just flips the puck into the Blues zone. McInnes there, over to Jeff Finley. 1:40 to go in the third. This is Nash shooting the puck in, on with Hanzus and Dimitra. Dimitra knocks the puck away from DeVries, trying to clear Waugh, can't. McInnes rings it around the end boards. Now Nash after the puck with Hino, and John Clem ends up with it. 1:22 on the clock. We're at Pepsi Center in Denver. Both teams changing. McInnes ahead for Turgeon, who does not touch the puck. DeVries back, icing against the Blues. It's 3-3 with 1:12 to go here in the third period. It's the Regional Sports Report coming up at 11 p.m. Rams Giants preview, Chiefs 49ers preview, and a look at the upcoming Kansas UCLA game. It's extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews. The 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, Midwest edition.
Pretty good game. I guess we're not disappointed right now. It's 3-3. Anything can happen yet.
Been a heck of a game. We figured it would be against these two great teams. Steve Hockett wants to say hi to family and friends back in St. Louis. So does Steven Ginger champion. Good to see so many Blues fans here at the Pepsi Center in Denver. A minute 12 remaining. Sakic facing off with Eastwood. Eastwood wins the draw. Pronger gives the puck to Havanoff. Out on the wing to Hesh. Hesh with Eastwood and Conroy. Look at Wawander. He gets hemmed in a bit. Eastwood trying to get the puck. Last minute of play in the third period. Tanguay beaten to the puck by Havanoff, but Tanguay advances it to Forsberg. Onto the wing for Sakic. Pronger with him. Pronger slows him up. Hesh gets run down as the puck is cleared out. He gets run down by the youngster Tanguay. Blues are changing. 38 seconds remaining in regulation play. This is Adam Foote to Forsberg. Man in front, and he can't get the puck out there to Hayduk. Now the Blues intercept. 26 seconds to go. With the puck, offside. The play offside, and play stopped with 22.6 seconds left in the third period, and this game is tied at 3. Tonight's FanFest legend of the game is the legendary Noel Picard. And to view Noel Picard's career stats and to play our online contest for autographed prizes, log on to foxsports.com/Midwest tomorrow before noon. And while you're online, you can vote right now for tonight's player of the game. We'll show you the voting results a little bit later here in the third, and it won't be much longer. Thanks for playing, and good luck. May show it to you in overtime.
What a great matchup there's been tonight. Forsberg against Pronger. These two have been going at each other all night, and it's that great reach that you talk about that Pronger has, and the quickness of Forsberg. If Pronger didn't have that great reach, it would be very difficult to stop him.
Here's Bork on the wing for Fodine. Too far. No icing. Finley back. He and Fodine battle. 12 seconds to go. Turgeon there. So is Messier. And play stopped. We have 8.2 seconds to go. So a big face-off coming up near the Blues goal. And at this point, not that it's impossible for the Blues to score, but certainly in regulation, the better opportunity now, Bernie, belongs to Colorado.
Absolutely. Both goaltenders have been spectacular, and it's going to be a test on Roman Turek if the Avs can win this last face-off. 8.2 seconds remaining. Roman Turek with 16 saves on 19 shots. Patrick Waugh 26 on 29 Blues shots. So one last ditch effort for the Avalanche, otherwise we're going to have overtime.
Here in the third period, the Blues have been outshot 9-5 and outscored 2-1. Pierre Turgeon scored 2 goals in the second period after Adam Foote had scored in the first. So the Blues came into the third up 2-1. Then Messier tied it. Then Lowe broke the tie, and Sakic scored to tie it at 12:15 of this third period. Big face-off here. Sakic against Handzus. 8.2 seconds to go in regulation action. Having trouble getting set on the face-off. Sakic loses the face-off. Pronger gets the puck and clears it down the ice. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the puck touched by Bork, and 1/10 of a second to go in regulation action. So that'll be the drop of the puck, and unless there's an awfully quick snapshot by the Colorado center, and there won't be, Joel Quenneville and the Blues, who in the last 67 road games have lost only 16 times, are headed for overtime. Now they've added some time on the clock, and it's 7/10 of a second, and that isn't much time.
Now, in less than a second, what has to happen here is that the center iceman has to go towards the net. He has to shoot it at the net right off the face-off. So you're going to see Handzus is just going to try to block this, get his skating away, because you don't have enough time to pull it back and try to get a shot. So you have a right-handed shot. Hayduk is going to fire this puck towards the net.
Handzus drops down. That's the longest 7/10 of a second ever. And that's the end of the third period. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a 5-minute sudden death overtime period coming up.
A 5-minute overtime period will follow.
So each team has earned a point. 4-on-4 overtime coming up next. This game is tied at 3.
Want heart-pounding highlights? You got it. It's death-defying, car-crashing, fist-flying action. Video that'll blow you away. Think you've seen it all? You've got to see this. Sunday at 6 on Fox Sports Net.
Hey, Keith, as a respected sports journalist. What advice can you give on helping me score with the ladies?
Keep hanging out at ballparks and racetracks, and you'll be fine.
The Keith Olbermann Evening News, Sundays at 10 on Fox Sports Net.
It's NFL This Morning on Fox Sports Net.
You should get up and hang out with us because we're going to have a little bit of fun. Unbelievable! I'll tell you who's going to win. Tony, give me love. Speaking of good material.
I like the hair today, Chris Myers. You look a little like Bob Big Boy.
It's broken down to name calling up here.
It's your Sunday morning tailgate party in a box. NFL This Morning, Sunday at 9 on Fox Sports Net. One of the nation's biggest rivalries is on Fox Sports Net. Kansas State has spent the last decade blazing a path of destruction.
Look out! Goodbye!
The Nebraska juggernaut faces a must-win in hostile territory.
Touchdown, Nebraska!
Wildcats, Cornhuskers, national title hopes are on the line.
My goodness!
Nebraska, Kansas State, plus regional action Saturday on Fox Sports Net.
Patrick Waugh gave up a very careless goal to Reed Lowe in the third period. Joe Sakic scoring the tying goal at 12:15, so here's overtime.
Well, here's the goal. Reed Lowe is the big mistake by Patrick Waugh. I believe that Patrick Waugh right at the moment owes this man, Joe Sakic, a nice full Budweiser at the end of the game for bailing him out on that big shot there. Is he able to get behind Jeff Finley and fire that in between the pads of Roman Turek? Joe Glenville looks on. The Blues need a victory here tonight. It'd be really good for the Blues to get a big win here. Joel Glenville has not won in his career as a coach in Denver. You see the Blues record: 1 win and 2 ties in overtime. The Avs with 2 wins and 2 ties in overtime. So this is a big one. And I love 4-on-4 hockey, and we've got the best 4-on-4 hockey here that we could possibly have, as we've got sheer speed on both teams, and anything can happen at either end when you've got guys that are so dynamic and explosive on the offensive side.
Ray Bourque, always key. So is Chris Pronger. You saw Pierre Turgeon. He has scored twice. Peter Forsberg. This is like an all-star game here.
It really is.
So here we go. Both teams have a point, which would give Colorado 25 and the Blues 23. Now somebody is going to try to get a second point. 4-on-4, sudden death, 5-minute period. The pass for Pronger too far. It's Foote with Bourque, Forsberg, and Hayduk up front. Couldn't find room for Joe Sakic. That's how talented Colorado is. Turgeon Young can't find room for Dimitra. That's how talented the Blues are. McInnes and Pronger on defense. This is Forsberg. Forsberg slowed up by Pronger, and then the pass hits Turgeon, and Bourque races back. 4:22 to go in the game. What a game it's been. The pass skips over Foote's stick, the length of the ice. Havanoff touches the puck, icing against Colorado.
This is where the Avalanche really missed a guy like Detmarsh or Drury. Both guys, good puck handlers, good speed, especially Drury. And Drury's going to be one of the better players in this league in a few years. Not that he's not one of the better players right now. 17 points he had before he was injured. But it's nice. You have to have puck control, and that's what the Blues want. They want puck control. Very important on the face-offs now. As you see Mike Eastwood going out with Pavel Dimitra, the Blues want to get puck control here so that they can make a play towards the net.
We know the Blues love 4-on-4 and overtime. They're very successful in this format. Colorado, in their last 33 overtime games, has lost once.
And I'm not surprised. 4-on-4 hockey has to favor them as well when you have talent.
Ready for the face-off. 4:14 to go in the game. The Blues and Avalanche tied at 3. It's going to be Sakic against Eastwood. The shots in regulation favoring the Blues 29-19. Eastwood tries to get the puck back. Hill is bumped. Colorado clears it down the ice. It will not go far enough for icing. Havanoff and Hill are out there. Here's Sean Hill with Eastwood and Dimitra. Eastwood wanting to crisscross with Dimitra. Goes back to Havanoff, who's hit hard by Tanguay, who goes down. Eastwood trying to protect the puck, and it comes out. Sakic with Hill back. Joe Sakic, a shot. Turek the save. And unable to control the rebound. There's another shot, and it goes wide. That's a double old baby. Here's Miller, a shot. That's blocked. How did the puck not go in on either of those occasions?
Unbelievable. Joe Sakic, you know what, and I seem to remember him doing that last year where he had an opportunity to win a game, and he didn't do it. I mean, I can't believe that didn't go in. Both times.
Hayduke stopped by Pronger, and Hayduke getting rough with the puck. And whacking Pronger. Here is McInnes. He'll let her go. The save, rebound, Foot. Gives the puck to Bork. Back to Foot. Around far side. Avalanche with Foot leading the way to center ice. Adam Foot over the line. Look out. He'll shoot. The save by Turek. 2:51 to go. 3-3 the score. Blues fail to clear. Now Drake battling Bork. Forsberg stick held by McInnes. There's going to be a penalty. There's going to be a penalty here called against Al McInnes for holding with 2:39 to go in the 5-minute overtime period. So Colorado will have a 4-on-3 power play.
Now McInnes is upset here, and he's not upset at the fact that he got caught holding the stick, but Bork was the one that really ambushed somebody just before that. But we watched Joe Sakic here. Look at this. How did this puck not go in as it went up over top? And now Dmitry lost it. Now how did this not go in as Sakic banged on it as he went to stub it in on the short side? And look at the bench here. The Avalanche can't believe this, that this did not go in. They've got their hands in the air 2 different times, and it didn't go in either time. So the Avalanche, I believe, have called a timeout, Kenny. So a 2-minute 4-on-3 power play. And now you're going to see Sakic. You're going to see Forsberg. You're going to see a pretty impressive power play on a 4-on-3 here, Kenny.
And the Blues ideally would like Pronger and McInnes on defense with only 3 defenders, but McInnes takes the goal.
Well, just look at here from this side here. This puck popped up and just came all the way across. And look at here, this is the same angle. Sakic had enough time to go another step and throw it in the empty net. He rushed it, and he was unfortunate. The Blues very fortunate that didn't hit Roman Turek's pad and then go into the empty side of the net.
I should say McInnes takes the penalty at 2:21 of overtime. So the Blues are shorthanded. Here is Hayduke. Boy, if they survive this, it'll be something. Bork to Hayduke. Forsberg's in front of the net. The shot by Bork blocked. Hanzus clears the zone. He'll be replaced. Havanoff and Pronger on defense. Colorado on the power play tonight, 0 for 2. Only 1 of their 21 shots on goal coming on the power play. Sakic to Bork. The shot, the save. Forsberg tied up. Pronger will clear the puck the length of the ice. Oh boy, it's tough to be shorthanded in overtime, especially against a team like Colorado. Again, the Blues have gone winless in their last 7 games here in Colorado, going back to old McNichols Arena. We're down to 1:48 to go in the game. Forsberg with a puck. He's got Bork at the near point. Now he's got a man in front. That's Hayduke. Back to Bork. Sakic ready to shoot. Hayduke to Bork. He lets it go, and that hits, I believe, Forsberg. And the puck down the ice with 1.5 minutes to go. 50 seconds left in the power play for Colorado. Now an opportunity here for the Avalanche to Sakic. Now the puck ends up at the point to Bork. Tanguay's in front of the net. Here's Sakic. Back to Bork. Forsberg's on the near side in the circle. Sakic looks for Forsberg. Can't get the puck through. Goes over to Tanguay. 4-on-3 in front. And the tip by Sakic wide. 23 seconds to go in the Avalanche power play. Bork over far side. Tanguay to Sakic. Oh, and the shot block. What a play by Pronger. 53 seconds to go in the game.
Great play by Pronger. You have to slide in that situation. Sakic right in the center of the slot, and just a perfect play by Pronger.
42 seconds left. McInnes ready to come back on. Now McInnes on the ice. Both teams at full strength. 4-on-4. Skula to Forsberg. Young bumps him. We're down to 28 seconds to play. The Blues and Avalanche tied at 3 here in overtime. Probably the 2 best teams in the league, and what a game this has been. 19 on the clock, and the Blues win it. Turgeon with McInnes and Havanoff. Whoa, a couple of slashes. Penalty coming up. Blues should give up the puck. They really should give up the puck and set up the power play. 6 seconds to go, and there'll be a penalty for slashing against Adam Foote with 4.5 seconds remaining here in overtime. And McInnes and Foote having words.
Huge slash by Foote on Turgeon as he went through the hole, just kept hanging onto the puck. So unfortunately only 4.5 seconds left on the clock here. As you see right there, the vicious chop to the right shoulder of Pierre Turgeon. I'm surprised that the ref blew the whistle here. The Avalanche didn't touch the puck. A good play by a veteran referee, as the Blues now get an opportunity to call a timeout so they can get their players rested and set up for one last play. But just 4.5 seconds left, and one important face-off down in the Avalanche zone to the left of Patrick Waugh.
Well, Joel Quenneville there with assistant coach Mike Kitchen. Al McInnes with Jeff Finley behind him. And as the Blues take this timeout, they're undefeated in their last 8. Colorado, of course, started the season undefeated in 12, lost 2, and then in the last 2 have come out victorious. And there's no question, these are 2 great teams who many folks think have as good or better a chance than any other clubs to win the Stanley Cup next spring.
They were picked, and they haven't disappointed by any means. Look at the odds. The Avalanche a little better odds, I guess, at the beginning of the season to win the Stanley Cup by the odds makers. The Blues right behind them, along with Detroit and Dallas. So good hockey, and this has been a great hockey game tonight. And I don't know if anybody really deserves to lose this hockey game, Kenny, but it'd be nice to see the Blues win it.
This is one venue where a tie is all right. It doesn't work that way in politics,
That's
I understand.
Right. But we've been seeing a lot of that lately.
Here, this is as tight as a presidential race can be, and it's 3-3, 4.5 seconds to go in the game, and the Blues with Turgeon ready for the face-off. He has scored twice tonight. The Blues looking for a last-second goal that would give them a victory and give them 24 points, equaling the Avalanche point total, and the Blues have a game in hand in Colorado. So what happens here?
Well, this is where you want to try to win the face-off to the boards. Pierre Turgeon's going to try to get it to Hest, who's along the boards here, and then try to pass it back to Al McInnes, who'll be ready for a slap shot. Al McInnes, a right-hand shot. What he's going to try to do is just one-time this, and Chris Pronger is going to go to the front of the net to plug the front of the net. So a very important face-off is Turgeon getting it back to Al McInnes.
Here we go, the last 4.5 seconds of the game, and the Blues get the victory. Turgeon loses the draw, 2 seconds. Hesh tied up in the corner. Pronger to McInnes, and the buzzer sounds, and that is the end of the game. Turek great tonight. Waugh with a misplay that cost a goal at the other end. But this was all anybody would have thought it would be, a 3-3 final between the Blues and the Avalanche. Let's turn now to our Budweiser player of the game, Bernie. It is number 77, Pierre Turgeon.
No question, Pierre Turgeon needed to come up large, and he did come up large. 2 goals tonight. He has played great all season, and these are the games that when you're playing against the upper echelon teams in the league, the top teams, your best guys have to come up big, and Pierre certainly did that tonight with 2 goals.
So quite a game here at the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. Here's our BMW play of the game.
Well, this was big saves, or big misses, I guess, by Joe Sakic. A couple opportunities in overtime. He slid them from both sides of the net through the crease, and Roman Turk stood up large. So big game by both teams, and big opportunities, but certainly you have to have good goaltending, and it was good goaltending at both ends.
Well, before we say goodnight here in the Mile High City, let's go downstairs and check in with Dan McLaughlin.
All right, Ken, well, we had asked head coach Joe Quenneville if this was a measuring stick to see exactly where his team stood early on the season. I think we got the answer. The Blues completely outplayed the Avalanche in that second period, gave up just 1 shot. Now it's on to Vancouver and Edmonton, 2 much improved teams. Obviously a very good start to this 3-game road trip. Guys, back to you.
Very much, Dan, and you absolutely can't beat it. I mean, this was just terrific hockey, and the Blues at every turn Losing 2-1 at Joe Louis, a 3-3 tie here. Bernie and being dominant almost every game they play, proving that they are an elite team in this league.
No question about it. This was a test that came through in flying colors. What they did, Kenny, is they played a transition game. Even though they got behind in the first period, they stuck with their game plan. Special teams were important. Pierre Turgeon tied up the first one on a power play. The Blues took control in the second period. They got a good break when Patrick Waugh made the mistake on Reed Lowe, but even though Sakic scored, they continued to play well. It was a great, great game by both teams, and something I guess we expected.
Well, that's the story here. What a game. Thanks to Dan and Bernie, I'm Ken Wilson. 3-3 the final. Thanks so much for being with us here at the Pepsi Center in Denver. Our next Blues telecast coming up Saturday night from Vancouver at 9 p.m. on WB11. Our next Sportsnet game coming up next Tuesday from Edmonton. Next home game a week from tonight at Savvis Center. Our copyrighted telecast has been an exclusive presentation of Fox Sports Net. Stay tuned now for a regional sports report coming up next on Fox Sports Net.
Coming up on the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, Rock Chalk Jayhawks. KU tips off the college basketball season. We'll have highlights and locker room reaction from Madison Square Garden.
He's back. Kevin Carter heads back to the starting lineup. You'll hear from the Rams All-Pro linemen.
The Chiefs are taking the advice of Horace Greeley, who said, "Go west, young man." But will they heed the advice of Al Davis, who said, "Just win, baby"?
And although it's early in the hockey season, the Blues may have given us a sneak peek at the playoffs.
Look at the next half hour as an Arthur Murray dance lesson through the world of sports. But don't expect to pick up any moves such as the classic Dirty Bird or even the Icky Shuffle.
But when it comes to sports, you are in the land of 1,000 dances, so follow the footprints on the floor and let us lead.
Good evening, Midwest. This is your 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Regional Sports Report. I'm Rob Nicoleski.
And I'm Dan Potash. No fear of anything being recounted on this show, because what you see is what you get. And what we got tonight was a very, very good hockey game. Well, the personnel has changed, but the numbers remain the same. The Blues traveled to Denver tonight fully aware that they had not won a game in the Mile High City since 1996. Sure, the 7-game winless streak is a disappointment, but to who? The Blues roster has changed several times with many new faces, including 8 veterans who were not with the team that dropped 2 games at the Pepsi Center a year ago. The Blues, old and new, looking to extend their season-long unbeaten streak to 9 games. Early first period, not looking good. Joe Sakic tickles the twine, and it's 1-0 Avs. Second period, same score, Patrick Waugh. Great save on the Blues. Hugo Sparteco, no goal yet, but they would change that later in the second. Pierre Turgeon beats Patrick Waugh. We're tied at 1. Later, later in that period, same score. Al McGinnis goes down, and then Reed Lowe and Scott Parker turn it up a notch. Of course, Reed is known for throwing the fists, and does a pretty good job here if I don't say so myself. Let's keep it in the second period. Pierre Turgeon. Open in the corner. Look at this as he hits the break, circles back around, puts it through the crease, and oh, there's a skate when you need it as it bounces off, and the Blues take a 2-1 lead. Third period, tied it to Patrick Waugh, tries to clear the puck, and he should have tried a little harder. Reed goes into the post, but Waugh was really hurting on this one as he totally misses the puck.
The whip.
Yes, 3-2 Blues. Third period now, still 3-2. Joe Sakic gets open and just beats Roman Turek, and we are tied at 3 apiece. We would go to overtime.
And in overtime, Sakic had a chance to win this game. Actually, he had a couple. Look at this. The puck trickling around through the crease. Sakic wide open, but somehow he's not able to get this stick on it, and the Blues are able to survive a 3-3 tie. Dan, they've been trying to get a win in Denver for a long time, but I guess in some ways they're happy with the tie. You get 1 point. You know you wanted to get that win, and considering that Sakic had the game on his stick, Blues get a 3-3 tie.
That's right now 0-6-2 in Denver since 1996.
Well, the game was billed as a playoff preview. It certainly lived up to all that. Let's go out live to Denver with Kenny Wilson and Bernie Federico. Fellas, it was a terrific game tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, not much question about it. We expected a tight game, both teams to be patient, and you could see all the skill, all the teamwork, and everything you would have expected in this one.
These are 2 of the best teams in the league, and it was pretty obvious the way they played, the way they went at each other. Great speed on both teams, and the goaltending had to be sharp. Even though Roman Turek wasn't tested that often, he was tested late, and he came up big, too.
I guess maybe his biggest surprise, you might have expected a 1-1 game or a 2-2 game. Actually, 6 goals, quite a few compared to the games the Blues have played here in recent seasons?
Well, there's no question that we expected to have the two fewest scoring or giving up opportunities in the game, and 3 goals is a lot for these two teams to give up, especially what their goals against was coming into tonight's game. But when you have two explosive teams, with two teams that love to play offensive hockey, you're going to see mistakes made, and there were some mistakes made. A huge mistake by Patrick Waugh on that one goal, but it was really a fun game to watch.
Well, Reed Lowe has been interesting for the Blues in his first NHL season. He's had a fight against a heavyweight in just about every game. He had one tonight, and he also picked up his first NHL point. It was the goal you saw just a few seconds ago, and Reed Lowe is downstairs here at the Pepsi Center with Dan McLaughlin.
Ken, Bernie, thank you very much. Interesting might be the way to describe his first ever National Hockey League goal against the greatest goaltender ever, Patrick Waugh. Must have been a thrill for you.
Yeah, he's the best. He's got the most wins of any goalie ever to play the game, and you know, I got a lucky one.
Describe what happened here.
Well, I just right there, he went to play the puck, and I was just like, oh my gosh, the cage is wide open. I just went to stab at it. And I don't have any brakes on my skates, so I went flying into the net. But it's a great thrill to score a goal in the NHL, let alone against that guy. You know, Al made a great play to get the puck up to me, and I just, you know, they were telling us to shoot on him all night because he likes to handle the puck, and sometimes he makes mistakes. So just tried to get it on him, and he made a mistake, and I just tried to capitalize.
Now, if nobody saw that back home, your family and friends, that was a backhanded move, and you faked Patrick Waugh out of his shoes, right?
Yeah, that was a breakaway, faked the shelf, backhand shelf. So, no,
Go ahead. 3-3 tied tonight. Obviously, two of the best teams in the National Hockey League. You guys got to feel very good the way that this road trip started.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it would have been nice to come out with the 2 points, and you know, once we got ahead there, but it's the way the game goes sometimes, and they're a really good team on that side of the ice. So we'll take the tie and move on to Vancouver on Saturday night.
Congratulations on your first ever NHL goal.
Thank you very much.
That is Reed Lowe, a big part in tonight's 3-3 tie. Let's go back upstairs to Ken and Bernie, guys.
All right, thanks very much, Dan. So both teams get a point. The Blues get another point on the road, Bernie. Last 68 road games, the Blues have lost only 16 times.
They're dynamite on the road. They've played well. They proved themselves tonight, and they've got a couple of big games on the road yet, so we'll see what happens with the rest of the road trip.
Yep, it's on to Vancouver and Edmonton, and then the Blues, who have been dominant at home, go home a week from tonight back at Savvis Center. So back to Rob and Dan. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen. Great hockey game. It was too bad the Blues weren't able to get the win, but as we said, Joe Sakic had the game on his stick, and at least you can get away with a point.
Better luck next time in Vancouver.